I missed who's receiving.
Welcome to the Alamo Heights Football Pregame Show. I'm your host, LaRhon Fields. I'm joined by my colleague, Brian Monet. Tonight, we're going to watch a matchup of 5A Division II teams in the regional semifinals that's going to be epic. Brian, you say it best. Tell us what your thoughts of this initial game.
Oh, man, we have a clash of contrasting styles of play today. We have one team that's a little bit more run-heavy, prefer to grind it out on the ground. And then today, what we have is another team that prefers to air it out. So one thing's for certain is that something got to give.
Something's definitely got to give. One thing I do want to give is credit to the Alamo Heights students who are working this game today. We have Taj Young, we have Sydney Fry, and Tori Valadez. All of these students are under the direction of John Munoz, who heads this beautiful ship called AH Sports Media. That's where you always find your Mules coverage. Brian, tell us how we got here today. How did both teams arrive to this point we're at today?
Well, we're in round 3, right? So we have the Piper Warriors. They finished beating their first round opponent, Sam Houston, by a score of 33-0. We also have them playing Mission Veterans Memorial that they handled pretty handedly, 38-6, to arrive here to the third round of the playoffs. We also have our Mules, the Alamo Heights Mules, who dispatched, for lack of a better term, right? They handled their first round opponent, Lockhart Lions, 69-21, and then ran through Gregory Portland by a score of 49-14, right? So you have both teams who did what they were supposed to in the first couple rounds, handled business. So, we said earlier, style makes fight. So one thing's for certain is we're going to see how that plays out today.
Using your boxing reference, we know one thing. This will not be a knockout in the first quarter.
Oh, no, not at all.
I do expect some haymakers. I do expect some jabs, and I expect some knockdowns. I'm assuming it's going to be a high-scoring game. Over, under 55 points?
Ooh, I'm going to say over. I think we're going to see over 55.
I'm going to go around 80. I feel like we're going to see some fireworks tonight.
For sure.
So, with that being said, we have the team breakdown. Let's break down the next thing. Who are we watching tonight? What players do we need to watch out for on today's game?
Well, when it comes to Piper, we're going to start ourselves with number 8, Jake South. This is a young man who passed for over 35,000 yards. As we were going through watching their games, the first thing I noticed is that it was almost deceptive how they set up their play style, right? On the surface, you think, well, they're a little bit more balanced. They can run the ball a little bit, but no, by no means, man. They're going to pass for 35,000 yards, and then they're going to rush for 1,300 yards. We're also going to look at their trio of wide receivers, right? You have Jake Strahan, right? Average 77 yards per game. You got Nolan Dost, average 107 yards per game. And then we got Isaiah Champagne, average 81 yards per game. It's almost weird because where we have a devy of weapons, our Mules have a devy of weapons that we can use to run the ball. Their devy of weapons is their wide receivers, right? And they carry a bulk of the load.
One thing I noticed also, the running backs get involved in that passing game, so that's where you're going. They're pass heavy. They pass like it's a thunderstorm, and they run like it's a sprinkle. So with that being said, tell us about the Mules that we can watch out for.
Oh, man, we're going to start with Colin Ernst, our captain, right? Our quarterback. This is the guy who can beat you with his arm. He can beat you with his legs. He don't have a problem. If you give him an inch, he will take a mile, right? We also got Himothy himself, right? Michael Terry III. This is a big bruising running back who will run you over on his way to the end zone. We also have DK Garza, right, who can get involved. He can do some things crafty with his legs. And then even on the defensive side, right, we got Bacon, we got Lauren Christensen. These guys, if we're going to be successful today, they're going to have a big game. And I can't even forget Patrick Arriaga. So as we know, our guys, our Mules, have a devy of different weapons on the offense and the defense as well, that if they get involved, it's going to be a long day for the Warriors.
So we got to get the keys to victory, but I want to throw in there, we know that Piper has a unique defense. They run a 3-3-5 stack.
Correct.
Which, if they stick to, it will be a run-heavy Mule day. If they can get pressure with it, it's going to be intriguing. We'll have to watch that out for today's game. Correct. So, what we need to know last but least, the keys to victory. What is it going to take for Piper to win this game, and then what will it take for Alamo Heights to win this game?
Well, for Piper to be successful, they got to do what they've been doing all season long. They got to have a high amount of production from their wide receiver room, right? If South has some time, especially if his big boys up front, give him enough time to where he can kind of sit in the pocket, pass that ball around, they're going to be successful. right? That last game, they also had a devy of different mistakes. So they're going to have to play they're going to have to play clean. Because as we know, this is the third round of the playoffs. The margin of error is slim, right? So inches, right? And those inches can be magnified when you're going against an opponent where, in this round of the playoffs, everybody is good. So if Jake South has a big game, if their wide receiver room can really get involved, if Piper can play clean, and I almost forgot, if their defensive front, right, can stand tall, they have a nasty, salty defense. If their defense can do what they've been doing all season, they can do to us what they did to Mission Veterans last week, Piper can be successful.
And the Mules?
And our Mules. So we've talked all season long about how Alamo Heights style of play. We got to play clean. We got to be efficient. And I really do worry that Piper is going to make us kind of shift up a little bit, right? We're not going to be able to run all game on this team, right? That defense, that 3-3-5 that they run is nasty, and those guys get involved. So we're going to have to get our wide receivers involved, right? We're going to have to get Josh Hurtado. We're going to have to get Park Zunker. We're going to have to get Tripp involved. We're going to have to get Michael Terry. He's going to have to get out there at the windout. If we can establish the pass, that will really set us up to do what we need to do when it comes to rushing the ball.
If you haven't heard yet, Brian, I'm sure you have. This rivalry, this newfound rivalry, will be the New Kids on the Block versus NSYNC.
Hey, correct.
This is their only second year in existence, and they're already in the area round, or past the area round, into the semifinals regionally. They're chomping at the bit. We're the old kids on the block. We're the old school kids.
Correct.
And we're trying to make that march a fourth round. We know the following. The winner of this game will face Liberty Hill. When and where will be determined.
There you go.
What we need you to know, you're watching Alamo Heights football on AH Sports Media. This broadcast is going to be a little bit different than your other broadcast. We were not granted the rights to stream this game live because of the contractual agreement between Valley Sports and the UIL. So, stay tuned to look at these handsome fellas and listen to us call the game as we keep you up to date on all the action. Your passion, our coverage, AH Sports Media. Thank you and stay tuned for the game. Kicking off at 7.
Get ready to experience the thrill of Alamo Heights sports like you've never seen it before.
AH Sports Media is your ticket to the heart-pounding action.
Catch all the live coverage of Alamo Heights sports events. And exclusive insights from dedicated athletes and coaches.
Don't miss out. Tune to AH Sports Media and be part of the excitement.
Alamo Heights Sports, brought to you by AH Sports Media.
Your passion, our coverage.
All right, we are here at the broadcast. Hey, Brian, I got Taj Young joining us. Taj, you went down the field and you got an interview with Coach Nick Rogers of Piper High School. Let's take a look at what he had to say about the upcoming match.
All right. Thank you, LaRhon. Thank you, Brian. I'm here with Coach Nick Rogers from San Antonio Piper. Now, y'all have been here for 2-3 years now. Now, with that experience in mind, how do you feel about coming into the third round of playoffs?
We're super excited for the opportunity. Feel very fortunate to be here. Didn't honestly anticipate to be here this soon, but here we are. And so we talk to kids about it all the time. Don't take this moment for granted, because a lot of people play their entire careers and never get here and never get to play in a venue like this. So be thankful for where we've gotten to so far.
And with those players, now most of your squad is filled with seniors. And with that, how's the community embraced them since this is probably their last year playing football? Yeah, the community's been awesome. They've totally bought into Piper. We broke off from Smith Valley when we opened up, and our community was ready for this. They were ready for their own thing, and so they've been great. Been great. Now, coming into an expectation, last year you didn't have anything in your trophy case, but this year now you got district champions. How do you feel about that coming in? Going back to my answer before, we feel very fortunate, very blessed for all the success that we've had. And again, we're not taking any of this for granted, because again, we know that this is probably not normal, what we're doing, but we're thankful to be here, and hopefully it continues after today. Now, definitely hope indeed. Now, good luck tonight. Thanks so much. All right, that's been Nick Rogers, San Antonio Piper. I'm Taj Young, sending it back up to the booth to Brian and Fields.
And that was head coach Nick Rogers of Piper High School. Taj, great interview. What do you take away from the interview now that do you have a chance to speak on it?
I'll take away because he's talking about this expectations coming into the season was they weren't really expecting to make it to this far, especially since from last season. But they have a great squad, a lot of seniors there. They have a great community backing them. And then he's saying keeping to the status quo and, expectations for what tonight will be.
Well, I can tell you this. As the Mules get ready into the field and the Piper Warriors get ready, Brian, we talked about this all week going back and forth. The new kids on the block, they may not have had this expectation, but now that they're here, do you think that the moment may be too big for the Piper Warriors?
Oh, man. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say the moment is going to be too big, but the build that they're going to have to especially given the fact that, as you said earlier, they haven't been here. And playoff games have a different level of intensity, right? Because no matter what, if you're a senior, this is going to be your last game if you don't win, right? And the reality is they don't want to go home, right? So it's put up or shut up, right?
Put up or shut up. So the intriguing thing, right? We only have two common like opponents, right? And not to get in the whole if we shoulda, coulda, woulda, because as I once heard on TV, it used to be "Don't produce honey." Shout out to Calvin Hill from the Dallas-Fort Worth Telegram. I look at when they played Lockhart, when they played Sam Houston, their outcomes were different than our games. So if I take those two opponents, like as I said earlier, I expect fireworks, but sometimes when you haven't been there, when the rubber hits the road and it doesn't go down the path you're used to going down, your confidence may wane. And that's why I'm just wondering if that's something that could happen today.
Well, I remember one of the first sets of advice I got right? My brother-in-law was like, look, man, remember, they put on their pads the same way you do. That's easier said than done, right? Because a lot of times when we're talking about sports, we try to be like, well, just, forget the name on the front of the jersey. The reality is the name on the front of the jersey matters, right? History matters. Legacy matters, especially when we're talking about uncharted territory as it relates to confidence. So one of the things that Piper's going to have to deal with is how do you respond when you get hit in the mouth and the reality of how big this stage is sets in, right? Because, if you aren't prepared, this game can get out of hand really quick.
Taj, you're a student athlete, right? Does it matter to you? Because again, I'm looking from a perspective of I've never been here before. I was 2-8 last year. I'm in this space. I'm in the ALAMODOME. You're a 2-year-old program. If I recall correctly, last week was the first time Alamo Heights ever played in the ALAMODOME. So would this be a moment that would be too big for a high school kid in the game like tonight?
Well, definitely coming on the pressure would be definitely true. Now, I can go back to my experience going to region for cross country and having another chance to maybe go to state. It can be the same atmosphere here. You're playing the ALAMODOME. You're playing against a school who's on a high, especially since we've had an undefeated team. And it could be a little bit overwhelming, but coming from a student, there's always coming from the optimism and knowing if I do everything correctly and what my coaches always tell me, then whatever happens, especially coming for a game atmosphere.
Well, I guess the hard part about this whole thing is as we study for these games, we know what Piper looks like. Mm-hmm. As we sit here, we watch every Alamo Heights game home and away. We kind of know what we're like. We don't ever know if we are coming or going. It just gets done. Like sometimes we look back at scores and you're like, how did we get 69 points? Like you don't even realize like we got so many points. And as coach Rittimann always says, we're spoiled around here. And I admitted last week I'm spoiled. We're only up by 14 points. What's wrong with us? Yes, we're getting more stiffer competition, and there's something to that. But at the same token, we have to show up like gangbusters early and often. We can't have a malaise. We can't have a lackadaisical focus. If there was one player that each of you had to pick that must step up, not our usual suspects, an unusual character, who would you think needs to step up to be a difference maker today for the Alamo Heights Mules?
I'm going to start with Lauren Christensen. Right? This is going to be a game.
But he would be a usual suspect. Like, we know he's going to show
Well,
up.
here-
4-4 has been showing up all day.
Here's someone I think who needs to show up is definitely, I think, go down to the kicker. The kicking team is something that's been up and down for Alamo Heights, and you can see the punts, and sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. And there's something that everyone overlooks the kickers, because if they do their job, they're not really noticed. But if you mess up, everyone's going to be looking at you, and everyone's going to be pointing at you.
Wow, don't disagree with your assessment. My thing is, I need something bigger than that, because how many field goals have we kicked all year? Right? So, and while that's important, you got to make them, and you can't miss extra points and set the game off. What other type of play? For example, I'll give you an example. Gage Sharp has filled in admirably, right? He wasn't the DB that was starting until midway of the season. Piper is a passing team. Is it a DB that needs to step up?
Oh,
is it a defensive end that needs to step up to get pressure on Jake South? Is it somebody on offense? We've seen Josh Hurtado step up and catch crucial balls. We've seen Park Zonker. We've seen DK. Is it a Trip Johnson kind of game? In the special teams game, who needs to step up today to say, you know what, I feel much better if they show up today?
I'm going to say maybe it could be one of the DBs. We've been talking about, Duffin, right? It could be Henry Bruton, right? Or somebody on the defensive line. The big thing of it all is going to be, it has to be somebody on defense, because if we can't get that quarterback, uncomfortable, we can't get South uncomfortable, we can't get him to, miss some of those passes, it's going to be a long day.
All right, we're going to go to a commercial. Hold that thought, Taj. We'll come back to you. We're going straight to commercial. This is Alamo Heights playoff football on 8 Sports Media. We'll see you after this break.
Get ready to experience the thrill of Alamo Heights sports like never before.
AH Sports Media is your ticket for heart-pounding sports action.
Catch all of the live coverage of Alamo Heights sports events.
And exclusive insights from dedicated athletes and coaches.
Don't miss out. Turn into AH Sports Media and be part of the excitement.
Alamo Heights Sports brought to you by AH Sports Media.
Your passion, our coverage.
We are just now awaiting opening kickoff, and it's been received by the Alamo Heights Mules at the 20-yard line. Not the best return to start the game, but at least we didn't fumble. There's a flag on the play. We will assess and see what that laundry's all about. We have a block in the back against the Mules. That would be on
Joseph Hurtado, number 11.
Joseph, one of the guys that said needed a big game. This ain't a good start to the big game, but hopefully he can atone for it. That's going to push us back to the 10-yard line. Thank you for joining us this evening, folks. This is Alamo Heights Sports Media. You're watching Alamo Heights playoff football. We are here in the Alamodome, as you heard in the pregame show, if you're just joining us live. Tonight's game is going to be a little bit unique. You're going to see 3 faces instead of a football game, because UIL has contractual obligations with Valley Sports, and they're streaming the game there, but you can listen to us live and we take you through each play. Colin Ernst is set up in the shotgun, waiting for the snap. We have a false start. We are not getting off to an easy start. That's the second penalty on consecutive plays.
We talked about early on about how the lights might be too bright, since this is uncharted territory for the Piper Warriors, but the worst thing you can do to a young team, and by young I mean inexperienced, is give them hope. And starting with 2 penalties, one on kickoff return and then on the first drive, is not a good way to start this series.
You said it best. It's not a good way to start, but if we're going to do it, let's get it out the way now and let's get this momentum going. Need a magical play here. We have twins up to the right. DK Garza in the backfield. Colin Ernst is going through, gets about 4 yards on this first carry of the game. And as I said before, this, as you quoted it, salty Piper Warrior defense was there on the play.
Correct, and that's a tackle by number 34, Caleb Gale of the Piper Warriors. Oh, I'm sorry, not 34, 45. So that would be Layden Lopez, the senior, for the Warriors.
We talked about the Piper defense being a 3-3-5 stack. which basically they've changed up because now they're in a 4-2 front, 4-3. DB straight across with safety. So the running game should be very fruitful today. We'll see. First pass of the game out to the flats of DK Garza, and nice spin move. Picks up another yard. This is one of the things that I was a little curious about. How are we going to attack this defense? So far right now, we've played into their hands. I don't like the spot on that one, but we have a long third down. It is 3rd down and 7. No. The switch is off on the board. It's 3rd down and 7 somehow, but it doesn't seem like 7. It could be 7. Colin Ernst in the shotgun. DK Garza in the backfield. Ball is short at the feet. What looks like to be Josh Hurtado. Incomplete pass. Punt team will be coming on the field. So, Taj, that first drive, how would you assess what you saw?
Well, we have 4 plays on that. We started at the 20-yard line, and then there was a penalty on the play, knocking us back to the 10-yard line, and then we had a false start, which knocked us back to the 5-yard line. We had another play with a 4-yard carry by Colin Ernst, and then it was 3rd down. It was 2nd down, and then by the 4th play, the 3rd down, we got 1-yard carry by DK Garza, and now we're punting.
All right, and on that punt, it's a nice one. They didn't have anyone back for Piper because they didn't know if Michael Terry was going to run for it. That's right there is what I say helps you with the Michael Terry punting the ball because it puts the defense in an uneasy spot, right, Brian?
Correct. 100%. It's nice to see, especially it took a very fortunate bounce for the Mules, but whenever it's nice using him as that punter because it keeps the defense off balance, right? So nice little head game that's being played.
Yeah, unfortunately, we lost that so far. Round 1, our turn to go. That's an L. Like that was terrible. I mean, you can't have 2 penalties. We didn't really attack their defense. We ran into the hands of their defense. As you know, in a 3-3-5, you got a gash. Here they go on offense. Jake South with a lot of time to get sacked. My man, this is not
number 30.
That is Ryan Stetson on the roll call to the football.
And we talked early on about other guys who lead big games, and that's a perfect example of that.
He had 2 sacks last week, so he's continuing his trend. Remember, he was a discount double check guy with all the passion. Here we go, 2nd down and long. Jake South looking to throw again, and guess what, folks? We've got another sack, and this was a multitude of Lauren Christensen, Ryan Stetson, and number 52, DePerier. So one question just got answered on this drive, folks. I don't know about this O-line from Piper. Taj, what do you see with this O-line right now?
This O-line coming in are not protecting their QB as much as they should. And come on, man, this is the playoffs. What you've been looking at for practice.
Another drop back, looking for a screen game. Was that caught? No, it was not. That was thrown in the ground.
And, you really love to see it, right? This defense, they knew that the task that was going to be ahead of them. They knew the reputation coming into this game about them being, struggling against the pass, and they have answered loud.
Yeah, the Piper's going to have to make some adjustments on these free-running blitzers. I don't know if this is the most pressure that Piper's seen all year, but it looks like it because their O-line looked like a turnstile. People were coming through like it was a pickup line. Here we go. Nice punt. Trip Johnson. Get away. Peter. Favorable bounce for Piper, and it kills at the 43-yard line. That's where your Alamites Mules will take over on downs for their next set of downs. So, what do we expect this drive?
Well, here's one thing we know for sure. The last thing you want to do when we're talking about this Alamo Heights offense is give them a short field to work with, right? So what I would like to see is I would like to see our offense not get cute, right? You want to mix into the pass, but you're so deadly with that inside dive, whether it's Colin Ernst, DK Garza, don't be afraid of it, right? Make them make that interior of that defense, those tackles, those linebackers on the inside, respect that inside dive, because what we know about Colin Ernst is his vision is impeccable. Whenever he gets a little bit of room, it's gone.
Well, Definitely. Right here, they're in the timeout. So hopefully they're strategizing. They're preparing for this drive. So I feel a little bit comfortable, right? Right now we're starting on the 43. We're not on the 10. We're not on the 5. We can open up a little bit. We can spread it out. I'm going to be honest, I didn't like that we started with DK in the backfield because that's normally not what we do. We start with Patrick Arriaga. We start with Michael Terry just to set the tone. So it'll be intriguing to see what we do this drive.
True. I don't know about you, man, but I'm getting eerie feelings of last week, right? We started the opening drive with Michael Terry, not in the game. In fact, we kind of prioritized him playing on defense in the secondary with DK Garza starting last game as well. So I'm interested to see if we're going to see a little bit more of that going forward, a little bit of that tit-for-tat filling each other out.
Well, definitely Coach Branco does a great job of doing that. We're not questioning what he's doing. It feels weird when your best player is not in the game, like you said, or not in position to help the team set the tone. Which, again, we know every team we played, right, has roll calls to the football when he touches the ball. But there's just something about getting that started and putting everyone at ease. So right now, all we can hope for is a drive where we sustain. Even if we don't score, we always say when you end this drive with a kick, that's either a field goal or a punt, at worst, or extra point. So here we go.
Looks like Michael Terry they must have heard us. Michael Terry is getting in. He's walking. He's in the huddle as we speak, lining up at the wideout position.
Colin Ernst in the shotgun with DK Garza flanked to his right. We have a twins up top. Michael Terry down at the bottom. Colin Ernst calls the ball. He hands it to DK. Nope, he keeps it, and he is arm tackled for a 1-yard gain. This is, again, something I've been saying all year, right? You got to try to, once you get to that line, first through the line, you got to start heading outside. There's no one out there, especially in the 3-3-5 stack, because the middle's always going to be open. You start hitting the crack in the crease, you could get loose. I'm starting to think we love this formation for what it is. We have to remember that we're without Bennett Johnson today, as he suffered an injury last week. So there may be some reasons to this formation. Colin Ernst calling for the snap, hands the ball off this time. DK gets, no, that's Patrick Arriaga who picks up 4 yards. Runs left through the line of scrimmage and trucks over a few people and is taken down. It's third down for your mighty, mighty Mules. Let's see what they dial up to get this first down. 3rd and 5. We have 7 minutes and 47 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Both teams have had a possession.
They switch back to the 3-3-5.
Oh, looks like they're bringing heat off the edge, or they're dropping back. They like to play with their linebackers. False start. You know, I don't know if I jinxed it or not, right? I said it's the old school versus the new school, and the old schools keep tripping on these penalties. That's the 3rd penalty of the game.
Yeah, we can't do that. We can't do it. We just had positive yardage with Patrick Arriaga. Now we're setting ourselves up in a 3rd and long. You know, one of the things I wrote down when I was thinking about the key to the game is we can't be Santa Claus. But the thing about Alamo Heights is, man, we're the gift that keep on giving. And we love to give out freebies.
And you said it best in pregame. This is not a time where you can give away anything because it's a game of inches, right? Every yard counts. Every possession matters. Colin Ernst in the shotgun. Flank to his left is DK. Colin Ernst looks deep. He's looking, trying to run, but that's silent. Again, when you're going against a 3-3-5 stack, they have spies on the quarterback.
Correct.
So this is where we have to draw up tunnel screens. You have to drop something that lets you get loose to the first line of defense to make a play. Colin Ernst will not be able to do that to set the tone. He'll have to get it done through other people and then come in later like the hammer, like he's done against Lockhart and other teams.
Correct. And credit to the Piper Warriors. It looked like they were setting up a screen pass. Their defense read it, hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah. Here we go. Michael Terry back for a second punt of the game. More punts he's had all year in one game. And that punt was, nice downfield tackle. That was Aaron Silva on the special teams tackle. Great job.
I am surprised he picked it up.
I'm not. I mean, it's the kind of bounce you want. It was a high bounce. It wasn't like one of those ricochet bounces.
But with the defender in your face, he was like right there.
He didn't see him. That's why he got tackled. If you'd have saw him, he would have, because he wasn't quick once he picked it up. Here we go. Piper starts their second drive from their 22-yard line. Man in motion. They got 3 receivers to the left, 1 down to the bottom. South going to do the pitches, their normal misdirection. They like to run. They like to get sideline to sideline, and we've kind of snuffed it out. They picked up about a gain of 2 yards.
And Patrick Arriaga, number 21, with the tackle.
Patrick Arriaga on the tackle. Is that Brady Hopper, the sophomore running back for Piper Warriors? They have 2 running backs they use heavily. John Hamilton, number 1, who's a junior, and number 32, Brady Hopper, who has another brother, John Hopper, who plays defense, who's a junior. The Hopper family probably representing tonight in the stands. Here we go. It is 2nd down and 7. Piper, Jake South looking to throw. He throws it out long and wide. Pass complete, but it's also taken out of bounds as Isaiah Champagne by Max Bacon.
Sizzling.
It's a Mules 3rd down opportunity here to get a stop. How big would that be, Brian?
Oh, man, that's going to be monumental because we got to, which what we talked about in the pregame, right, keeping them off the field. And it seems to be working, right, getting some of that pressure on South, keeping them off balance.
Here we go. He's getting quicker on the passes. Short release. Ball is incomplete. If he would have completed the pass, that probably would have been a 1st down.
Big stop by the defense, who has clearly came here to play. We talked about the over-under at the start of the game, right? I'm starting to get nervous about my pick of the over.
Well, I'm not nervous. I said 80 points combined. That's 40. It's never too late in high school.
True.
I mean, it's just the first quarter. We still got 6 minutes and 3 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Piper in their second possession will be punting from their 24. The punt is not that great where Trip Johnson's waving people away. It somehow bounces and puts us at the 42-yard line. So we're just trading places right now.
100%.
We punted the ball, put Piper at the 20. They punt the ball, put us at 43. We punt the ball, put them at the 22. We're filling each other out. Taj, how do you assess the first quarter so far on the play?
For first part right now, for the play on either side has not shown really too much. We had some carries here for 2 yards, for 5 yards from here, and it's not really that much.
Right now we have a TV timeout, but we're going to sit here with you.
So coming in from the first half, we had not very many big plays, so some carries here and there, but for a lot, we've seen quite some yellows that put us back.
Yeah.
So coming in.
Nothing too special right now. No special plays. The biggest plays we've seen have been from defense, these containing Colin Ernst, and then our defense sacking Jake South. What I did notice is on the second possession, Piper kind of shortened up their passing game. They weren't looking for elongated routes because their O-line clearly can't handle those. They like to keep a clean, comfortable pocket for Jake South, and that's where he's most comfortable. His receivers have to adjust. We had 1 drop and 1 incomplete. So
100%. And, you know, to your credit, LaRhon, it's nice. Nice is the wrong word. It's interesting to see them shift up their offensive game plan, right? This early in the game, it seemed like they've prioritized just get it out of his hand. If we're going to do it, quick strike passes, quick get the ball out, because you would think that maybe there would be something schematically they would adjust with the blocking schemes on Piper's offense to maybe give him a little bit more time. Seems like they kind of reacted really quick to the pressure, almost like they understand that this is gonna be a all night thing.
Well, you don't forget it's high school, right? You can only make so many adjustments, and I think their biggest adjustment was shorten up the passing game. Like, let's go sideline to sideline and not so much vertical, and hopefully we can get some chunk yards there. We've only seen 1 run attempt. Todd, do they have more than 1 run attempt today?
Yeah, only 1 running attempt I see from here with gain of 2 yards.
As we said in the pregame, they don't think about the run. They're heavy on the pass, and the run they just do casually. And that's something we have to change.
True, and this is a Piper team that loves the deep ball. Like, they love the home run shots. Like, if they can take a shot downfield, they going to take a shot downfield. But Heights has made them respect the secondary coverage, which is nice.
Well, pressure helps. When the front end's working with the back end, you can look like Deion Sanders in the background, right?
Right.
If you're getting that kind of pressure. So here we go. We're coming out of the TV timeout. The Alamo Heights Mules are lined up and ready to roll again. We're in the twin set. Michael Terry at the bottom of the screen. We have DK Garza in the backfield. Colin Ernst is in the shotgun. Ball is snapped. Colin Ernst rolls to his left. Looking deep. Pressure coming, and he is sacked.
And that is a sack by number 25 of the Piper Warriors, Caden Glass.
That's his second big play of the game. That's a name I can remember because he's not breaking like Glass, but he's breaking through like it's Glass. So right there, again, with Alamo Heights, we get into this, right? We can't be cute right there. I thought that rollout was too slow. It wasn't a sprint. There was nothing downfield. You got to tuck that ball and go. Quicker decisions in the playoffs. You got to have them. So here we go again. We're back in the twin set. Twins at the top of the screen. Michael Terry at the bottom of the screen. He is kind of being played one-on-one with coverage. DK Garza gets the handoff. He gets upfield, and he's getting yards. Yes, sir. That's a big gainer for DK. That's an 8-yard gain. I'm surprised we haven't stuck to the run because this defense has gaping holes in it.
Correct. And, you said it best, man. Right? We can't get cute. We can't get cute. Now is not the time to necessarily change up the things that you do well. It's time to find a more creative way to use it.
Exactly. So here we go. It is 3rd down and 5. 4 minutes and 32 seconds in the first quarter remaining. Colin Ernst in the backfield along with DK Garza. Ball is snapped. Ball is handed to DK. Oh, kept by Colin Ernst, and he picks up the first down. Believe it or not, that's the first down of the game. And it took 7 minutes and 39 seconds.
100.
This game has a slow feel to it, right? I remember last week's first quarter. We were like, man, the first quarter's already over. Fireworks. So here we go. Alamo Heights huddles up. We need that momentum. That's what you need in this game is momentum. Let's hope that first down got us started. I like the way we're moving Michael Terry around the field. He's now at the top of your screen. We have Park Zunker at the bottom, still in the twin set up top. DK in the backfield with Colin Ernst. Ball is snapped. Ball is thrown over the middle. Oh, and it's a deep pass. Still on his feet.
That is a reception by number 11, Josh Hurtado. He's been waiting.
Hey,
he has been waiting.
He's been waiting. He's been asking. He's been begging. He's been pleading.
God.
This man comes into the incubator room and he's drawing. I'm right here on this play. I'm going to do this. He knows. And I love that he's ready.
Oh, man.
Stay ready. You don't have to get ready. Shout out to Josh Hurtado. Hey, you know what? Just let y'all know that man handling business on the field and off the field. He's the CEO of War Bands. Get that man's product, warbands.com.
Hey, a great
Colin Ernst with the handoff to DK Garza. Picks up the field, picks up about 2 yards. That's the first big play of the game, right, Taj?
The first big play of the game we've seen from either team.
Team.
We've barely seen the defense showing up, so we can finally see the offense finally say, hey, we're still here.
It's good to see that. That makes me feel comfortable that we actually can throw a good strike down the field. This is a DB crew that I felt was going to be threatening. They have a combined 13 interceptions between 2 guys. So we'll see. Colin Ernst in the backfield calls for the snap. Drop back looking to pass, but he's trying to escape pressure. There's an opening, gaping hole, but it closes quickly.
Nice job by Colin Ernst taking what he can get from the defense. But definitely, I would like to see him to be a little bit more decisive, right? Go through your reads, and hey, if it's not there, man, take it. Because with his speed, I mean, it don't take much for him to get to the end zone.
And that's pressure you want to put on that defense. You want them worrying about number 10, and that means somebody else got to go for him. This was a good time right here for Park Zunker to find his first touchdown of the night. Colin Ernst is in the shotgun. Josh Hurtado outright. DK Garza in the back with Michael Terry on the bottom of the screen.
Easy. Too easy. That is number 86. Number 86.
Bogus. Anderson Bogus, right? Tight end.
Anderson Bogus, yes.
He is filling in for the injured Benner Johnson. And welcome to the party, my friend. Anderson Bogus on the tight end seam. See, that's the guy I was hoping y'all would tell us to step up today. Clearly, I'm the only one doing research up here. Todd's been in California chilling on the beach. I get my man Brian. He's been on baby alert, so I forgive my colleagues. But I tried to lead him to the water yard.
But we talked about earlier, and the kick is up and it's good. Number 31, that is Linus.
Oh, Linus is kicking. Okay, Linus got the extra point.
But we talked about the guys. I don't like to use the phrase down roster, but like the non-super notables, the ones whose name doesn't pop up all the time, who would be necessary to have this big game. Anderson Bogus is a perfect example of that, and way to step up by the young man.
That's our second tight end touchdown of the season.
That's incredible.
So let's equate this. Bennett Johnson has a touchdown, and Anderson Bogus has a touchdown. A timely touchdown, because now, you know how we are at Alamo Heights. We got to oil the squeaky wheel. I said we're old. We got to put the Elman ointment on. So, Taj, tell us about that drive. How many plays, how many yards, and clearly Anderson Bogus came home with the bacon.
That was a 7-yard drive coming in from Alamo Heights, and we saw some small plays, but it didn't come in until the fourth play by Josh Hurtado catching that deep ball that put us in the right set, and we got a little carries from there. And then Anderson Bogus coming in with a touchdown, bringing Alamo Heights to 7-0. And I mean, their key plays right there. Josh Hurtado, they got the touchdown, and then you still got Colin Leonard sweep through there, finding the gaps to get in.
Here we go with the kickoff for Alamo Heights. We have number 10, Jaden LeGrand on the back, and Andrew Grindstaff on the return for Piper. Ball is kicked. Looks like Jaden LeGrand's going to get this ball if it went out of bounds.
So I'm curious, LaRhon and Taj, how do you guys think that Piper's going to respond, right? Because you would think, we talked earlier about how the lack of experience. Does this cause them to get a little uncomfortable, start taking a little bit more riskier action?
They're fine, right? It's one touchdown. This game. So I look. They just have to tighten it up, and they have to get their own drive. They got to answer. Now, to answer your question, the way I'm thinking is, if they don't get a touchdown and we get the ball back and score, now this is what I'm saying. Been there, haven't done that. Now it gets a little the wheels are getting a little wobbly, but they have to respond here. Here we go. No running backs in the backfield. Jake South looking to throw and pressure again. Ball thrown to the backfield, and there's room. A lot of greenery. Pushed out of bounds. See, that's good. That's a good response, right? They're using our aggression against us now. That's where I figured the adults in the room would come into play. They're letting us go free. We got to stay home and get Hopper out the backfield. That's where he makes his money. He's the other part of the passing game. So that's their first big play of the night. Flips the field over to the 50. Piper, Jake South looking for the ball, throws it to the flats. Roll call to the football. Ball is caught by number 16.
Andrew Grindstaff.
He's grinding. Gage Sharp on the tackle for the Alamo Heights Mules. He was there in coverage, so he didn't get away. But this is what Piper likes to do. They like to stretch you wide and then go deep. So we got to stay cognizant here. Need a big play on the defense. Jake South calls for the ball. Hopper in the backfield. Handoff. And split to the tackles. There's nothing but green. Chased down by Michael Terry. Tackled at the 6-yard line. This is, again, see, this is a playoff football game. The other team doesn't panic. They hit and respond.
Correct. Another tough run by Brady Hopper.
2 chunk yard plays. Now Piper's feeling like, okay, we got this. They got a twins look to they got doubles. Champagne in motion, looking to throw in the middle, and intercepted.
Intercepted by Michael. He caught it.
Touchdown.
He caught it. Wow.
That is Jake Strachan with the play.
Tough play.
I don't know how that got through the hands of Michael Terry, but it did.
Oh, he took it.
That would have been a big play for the Mules. Instead, it turns out to be a big play for the Piper Warriors as they go for 2. I've noticed they don't kick extra points.
No, they do not.
So this could be a problem if they score, right? If they don't score, now we got these uneven numbers, and that means they probably won't try field goals.
Correct.
So this is a big opportunity for the Alamo Heights Mules defense to step up and keep the lead. And this may be a play where you got to watch for Jake South sneaking. Roll out. Pressure, throw back. No, incomplete. One thing I saw in my research and study is a lot of misdirection on the Pipers we have, to where they like to run one way and throw it back to keep you sleeping. Right there was a penalty play holding on Piper that was declined by the Mules.
Which is a little weird, right? You know, it feels almost like it breaks football rules schematically, right? To throw across your chest to the other side of the field. Especially when you don't get a chance to even really set your feet.
Well, yeah, it says it goes against everything that you believe, but when it's by design, it's not.
That's true.
It's a read, right? If you can draw all the way to the right side of the field and you see that you have the majority of the defense there and you sneak somebody from the opposite side, that's by design. It's when you're scrambling and you're in chaos and you're in panic mode and you just think, oh, he's open, and you don't see the two DBs that are blinding you. So, again, that's one thing that I will say to Piper's detriment is if you don't have a kicker, it's 7-6. We still have a lead. So, yes, we took a bullet, but we also dodged the bullet.
It's true.
This would be a good opportunity for our kick return team to show something. You know, this year is the first year we haven't had a kick return for a touchdown in multiple games. So, matter of fact, I don't think we've had one all year. Taj, I don't know if you know off the top of your head. Have we had a kickoff return for a touchdown this year?
I don't remember. We might got one early in the season, but
early. Yeah, I mean, I can't off the top of my head. I can't remember. I know punts because Tripp has done them, but this year not really seen it. So we got a sky kick to the left. Ball is caught by Patrick Arriaga at the 32-yard line, and that's where the Mules will start their third possession. Looks like the Mules are going to come out with the same energy they've been coming out with. It is important that they get a drive going here. We have 45 seconds left in the first quarter. I tell you, I felt like we were already in the second quarter. It's a long one. Last week we played at 2 p.m. We were out of here by this time. This was going to be a long one. I wish they had the coffee pot brewing. I don't even drink coffee, but just the smell of it would keep me going.
Yeah, coffee would be major.
How do you take your coffee? Sugar and cream or straight up black?
Sugar and cream, man. Milk. Gotta be milk.
Here we go. Milking in the backfield is Michael Terry getting the handoff from Colin Ernst, getting upfield, and he's got daylight.
Oh, my God.
And if he can put up two fingers, he can get down and dirty like a 730. He runs the ball for a nice gain of 36 yards.
Yeah. He is him.
He is.
He is him.
This is what I expect to see.
And I hope he take it a little personal, man. Dude, Jake Strachan got the reception on him. You know, got a chance to kind of look at him as he scored that touchdown. Take it personal, Mike.
Well,
take it personal.
Here's what I find to be funny, right? Like, if he sets the tone with that running game, they're going to do something different on defense. They're no longer in the 33-5 stack. They've gone traditional 4-5 front. But now Mike Terry runs again, and he's splitting that defense. He's running like a grown man. He's moving the pile.
Can't take him down. He's still moving.
He's still moving. And again, the refs need to blow the whistle. His momentum stopped, and they have. Here's what cracks me up, though. When I said to start the game with the tone setter like a Michael Terry, Piper's never been here. They've never faced a dude like this all season. Yes, they faced Liberty Hill, but it's this they've never faced a dude like this.
No.
By the way, it looks like they've taken Michael Terry off the field because his helmet came off in that big dog pile right there, so he has to stay off.
Which is unfortunate, right? Because you think whenever you see a person's momentum go backwards after going forward, that's when you blow the whistle. And the rule is the rule. When the helmet comes off, it comes off. It's the end of the second quarter. We're going to a commercial break. We'll see you on the other side.
Get ready to experience the thrill of Alamo Heights sports like never before.
AH Sports Media is your ticket for heart-pounding sports action.
Catch all of the live coverage of Alamo Heights sports events.
And exclusive insights from dedicated athletes and coaches.
Don't miss out. Turn into AH Sports Media and be part of the excitement.
Alamo Heights Sports brought to you by AH Sports Media.
Your passion, our coverage.
comes to an end. We're heading into the second. We're in a TV timeout situation. Your Mules 7, Piper 6. Does this have the feel of a playoff struggle?
Oh, 100%. All right, it feels like a heavyweight boxing match, right? These are two teams, you know, as you said earlier, you got the wily vet versus the young and upcomer, right? So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. My money is always, and this isn't just a biased pick, on the wily vet. I think experience wins the day, right? But let's see if the young and upcomer can withstand those haymakers, because we know when it comes to our Mules, it's not if they come, it's when they come.
And I just want to add on to one thing about this is the playoff attitude right here. I think you and I were talking about this at the Edison game. You were excited for a playoff because the atmosphere is different, and it comes with results like this. Struggling on both sides with small gains of drives because the defense are putting so much pressure on both teams, Alamo Heights and Piper, and that's just what comes up for the playoffs. And what makes a great playoff game is definitely the struggle, but what comes from the outcome of that.
Definitely. Right now, we have the Mules lining up for offense. We have Colin Ernst in the shotgun with DK Garza to his left, Mini Metcalf. Looks like we have a quarterback keep option. He's getting outside of the field. And he gains about 7 yards. That's a great play on a first down. Gaining a first down on second down, which is great. You're moving the chains. Now we have the ball at the 28-yard line. That's a good design run, and he did not get hit on that play, which we all love.
100%. Good job. You know, I love how Colin Ernst run. His speed, his decisiveness. This is a guy who you can't give any kind of space, because it's one cut, I'm in a cloud of dust.
Here we go. Twins to our right. The bottom of the screen, we have Cullen Reynolds and Josh Hurtado with DK Garza in the backfield with the handoff going to him, going wide, cutting up the field, cutting back. Oh, sorry, Patrick Arriaga cutting up field. One cut back, 2 cut back. Power to the goal line, out at the 2-yard line.
Way to lower the shoulder. Get that man a neck roll today.
Look, right now I can take an egg roll. I don't need nobody with an egg roll. I'm telling you, man. Give me some sweet and sour dipping sauce.
I love his style of play. That is a young man who is not afraid of contact.
No.
He looks for it.
Yes.
I love it, man.
Look, I know you've been wanting, we should just get a neck roll award, because none of these young guys, and I can't blame them, they too fly for a neck roll.
Hey, by the way.
Hey, I am the leader of the Make the Fullback Great Again committee.
Here we go with Colin Ernst in the shotgun, Michael Terry in the backfield, another grown man looking for contact. Offsides, false start, pick your poison. Which one we got?
It got to be false start.
You never believe the player. They're always going to point the direction they feel like they should go. Offsides on Piper. That would be a half the distance move.
There you go.
I said false start. I'm sorry. Offside.
Well,
you called it.
Todd, what were you going to say real quick?
I was going to, well, one, you called a little bit too early, man. You got to let the ref speak. They could be for us, man. And two, especially coming in from a big game like that, DK Garza just muscling through. We have 2 muscles here, not just Michael Terry. Do also have DK Garza.
Touchdown for your Alamo Heights Mules. That is Michael Terry, the third, putting points to the board. That's the kind of drive we want to see. That's putting your will on the block. That's O-line versus D-line saying we're going to be right here all day.
But just showing them that this is only a 3-play drive, right?
3-play drive.
Just right there. That's all you need.
In that second quarter, because it started in the first quarter. So we imposed our will on that D-line, and that's all you could expect. We pinning the extra point here. Kick is up. Kick is bueno. That is Alamo Heights 14, Piper High School 6. You are watching actually you're listening to Alamo Heights playoff football on A Sports Media. You're looking at the 3 most handsome dudes in the building tonight. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in all season. We're being guided by the lovely Tori Valadez and Sydney Fry.
Sydney Fry.
Just kidding. It's a running joke in the building.
Yeah.
She likes ketchup on her fries, if you didn't know. So we're here at the Alamodome. Our student-run production plus 2 adults in the building. Everybody's trying to have fun tonight. This is our home away from home, it feels like, because we've been here back-to-back weeks. But what we're going to do is go to a commercial break as they take a TV timeout, and we'll see you on the other side as the Mules kick off and go on defense.
Get ready to experience the thrill of Alamo Heights sports like you've never seen it before.
AH Sports Media is your ticket to live action sports.
Catch all the live coverage of Alamo Heights sports events.
And exclusive insight from dedicated coaches and athletes.
Don't miss out. Be sure to tune in to AH Sports Media to be part of the action.
Get ready to experience the thrill of Alamo Heights sports like you've never seen it before.
AH Sports Media is your ticket to the heart-pounding action.
Catch all the live coverage of Alamo Heights sports events. And exclusive insights from dedicated athletes and coaches.
Don't miss out. Tune to AH Sports Media and be part of the excitement.
Alamo Heights Sports brought to you by AH Sports Media.
Your passion, our coverage.
Welcome back to the audio cast. Well, I'm tripping over it. The audio cast for the Alamo Heights football playoff journey here at the San Antonio Alamodome. We're in the second quarter. Just giving you a recap. We've had 2 Mules touchdowns to the Piper 1 touchdown, and that was a close one, guys. That Piper touchdown could have easily been an interception if Michael Terry was able to seal the deal. He makes up for it on the touchdown. Now we have Linus Flores getting ready to kick off for the Alamo Heights Mules. And let's see how this goes this time. Last time it went out of bounds. Ball is kicked straight down the middle, a hard kick, and it's returned by Piper to the 30-yard line. Returned by number 16, Andrew Grindstaff. What can we expect this drive, gentlemen?
Okay. Well, I feel like for this drive, still think our defense can be able to put pressure. We saw in the beginning how they got the sacks down and definitely gave the QB a little bit winded, but I think our defense can come back again. We see from this.
Here we go. Another pass by Jake South. Ball is thrown to no one as pressure got in the backfield again. I was just going to mention, we haven't seen pressure in the backfield in a while because Piper went away from standing still like the Statue of Liberty. They've gone on the move. They've gone thrown across their body. They've also done quick game and screen game. So let's see what second down brings. Here we go. Jake South in the back. Looking to throw again. Deep ball for the first time. Champagne's open, and they could not connect. That's his money guy for the downfield throws. He's their 100%. Speedster. Decent coverage for Alamo Heights.
So you gotta be wondering at this moment, right? So it's 3rd and 10, right? Clearly, if you don't get it, you're gonna punt the ball. Do you take another shot downfield?
You take what's open right now. Here we go. South back. Pressure coming. And can they get to him? Ball is thrown. Picked off. Michael Terry. And he's looking for the end zone.
Oh, man.
And
there
he made BGONE 10-5 touchdown.
The
Alamo Heights. The old school.
This is playoffs.
School.
Experience,
School's
man.
in session.
Experience. He got that back. He wanted it back, man. He never forgot how it was taken from him.
No,
he's amped up now. You just fed a grown man food, and it's still it's money time right now.
That's an Ole Miss offer right there. Just to show off to anyone who's listening to us right now for Michael Terry's touchdown. And what a guy did you have. He's definitely a senior athlete. That's a great way to describe him because he will eat anything. Well, sorry, junior athlete.
He plays.
He plays like a senior.
He plays big.
Extra point is up. Extra point is good. It is Alamo Heights 21.
But
Piper High School 6.
No matter where you put him, he will eat from anywhere. Just like you said, you just fed him food, he will gobble right up and just show back what's going to happen.
Again, not to discredit him, but it was not just him by himself. The pressure got to
yeah,
South.
100%.
Again, it's hard when you're doing high school football because you never know. It's hard to look at stats. It's hard to look at comparables because the moment sometimes is bigger than all those things. It clearly doesn't seem like Jake South's been pressured like this all season.
No, he has.
Because he doesn't have that many interceptions on the season. And tonight's game, he already has two. And he's been sacked 3 times. So pressure bust pipes or makes diamonds right now looks leaky on the Piper sideline. So here we go. Taj, you'll be joining us from down the field as you go collect interviews, which will be awesome. I think you'll be rapping with Reno. What else will you be doing down there?
Rapping with Reno. We might get Rittimann at halftime, and then we'll get some extra ones probably from cheerleaders or anyone else to see.
Well, that'll be awesome. You do a great job on those and keep it up. So we'll be glad to get that feedback from you.
Yeah, we'll do. All right, and y'all enjoy the view up here.
Hey, it's a beautiful view. Kickoff by the Alamo Heights Mules is fair caught by Jake Strachan. The Mules' energy is starting to pick up on the sideline. It's a festive crowd out here tonight. Piper's showing up in droves. Alamo Heights is showing up in droves. This is the battle of the 281 rivalry, per se. The Alamo Heights Mules are the loudest they've been all season. If you're not in the building, if you can hear the field on the audio cast, man, it's amazing.
Oh, 100%. The fans are amped up. The players are amped up. It feels like high stakes, right? It feels like a spot in the Regional 4 final is on the line. And I'm definitely positive we're going to see that intensity carried through.
Hey, you got to. The Mules are on a mission, and the theme is, why not us? And today they are throwing it out there. Why not us?
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
If you put your work in, you expect to get something out. But no need to celebrate too early. Right now, Piper has to make a move. They've got twins to the left, bottom of the screen. Jake South is looking to throw again. Deep ball. Got hands down on the bottom of the boundary, but both hands on both players. Max Bacon was in coverage on Isaiah Champagne, number 19 from Piper. Jake South seems a little bit off today on his pass.
Yeah. Well, we said it earlier, right? If you get pressure on him, if you touch him, he's a quarterback who he is prone to mental mistakes, right? He works best, and every quarterback works best when they have security in that pocket. And our Mules took away that security very early in the game.
First 2 plays of the game, sack, back to back. Here's what's crazy. He only has 6 interceptions on the year, 41 touchdowns, so actually 42 now. But it's one of those things where the pressure's got to him. They're rolling him out. Now they roll him into pressure, throwing backwards behind the line. That looks like to be holding on the on Piper Warriors as Champagne is getting downfield and is tackled at the 43. Let's see what the flag is on the field.
Definitely looks like this one will be coming back. Holding on the offense. It's coming back.
It was a well-designed play, but the only reason why it was well-designed is because of the hold. If the defensive end was not held, I think that would have been a loss. Not a loss, but the play would have been a big game.
I can't help but wonder if them lights are starting to get real bright. Them young guys.
Sometimes you panic and get tight. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That name on the front of that jersey starting to look real big.
It just goes back to experience, right? You're
correct.
When you're building look, there's 4 phases in anything you do. Learning how to win, handling winning, learning to compete, and playing for championships. Rolling out to his right is South, looking deep, throws deep, open, ball's caught by Jake Strachan at the 46-yard line. That's what I was worried about. If they roll deep, we've got to have brackets or we've got to get the pressure there.
And that looks like that's going to be a touchdown-saving play made by number 28. That is Walker Warnicki.
Way to be in position to save the touchdown. Here we go. Jake South in the backfield, strapped by 2 receiver and running back. Pass being thrown and caught, and that's a large gainer. Taken down by
number 12, Gage Sharp.
Gage Sharp saves the tackle. This is the offense I expect to see from Piper from the get-go. Right now, they've adapted to our pressure, so we've got our back end's got to work without the pressure. Same formation. Jake South is flanked by receiver and running back. Fakes the handoff, gets the pass off. Wide open is receiver. Ball's caught.
Number 32 with the reception. That's Brady Hopper.
Yeah, at the 4-yard line.
And the Warriors are moving.
This is what I call Ferrari offense, right? You open it up and you're throwing. You got misdirection. You're throwing at the backs of the backfield. This is how you slow down pressure. Got to do a better job if you're Alamo Heights. Luckily, South isn't a runner. Misdirection, tackle for a loss behind the back in the backfield.
That's going to be a gang of Mules led by number 9. That is George Hale.
Good job.
Leading tackler.
Yes, getting in that backfield. That's his first time we've called his name tonight. We need to definitely hear more from him. Right now it is 2nd down and 5 from the 5. 2nd down and goal to go. They cannot get another first down. It would be a big stop for the Mules defense. Ball snap, rolls to the left. Pressure coming from the right. Ball thrown. Ball is incomplete. Gage Sharp is on the coverage of Andrew Grindstaff. The only player we haven't heard from today from Piper is Nolan Doss, number 6.
Correct. And he's been quiet. You gotta imagine he makes an appearance. Well, it doesn't even look like he's in the game.
This is 2-down territory as DK Garza is heading to the field, substitute in. They look like to get a speed rusher in. Again, there's 9 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Alamo Heights Mules 21, Piper 6, threatening to score. I don't know if they have a kicker or not, so this is definitely going to be 2-down territory.
Oh, 100%.
You got 2 downs to get 5 yards to pay dirt. Jake South is in the shotgun, flanked by a running back and receiver, looking to drop back, looking to pass. Ball's thrown up. Ball is out of bounds, incomplete. Great coverage by the Mules, widening them out and forcing them out of bounds.
You know, and that's the thing about a pass-first offense is it works best when you have a lot of real estate to work with. The smaller that field gets, the harder it is to find those receptions. So it's going to be interesting to see if they don't use their big running back, Brady Harper, number 32, now. Maybe give it to the big guy and let him get it with his leg.
It's 4th down. I don't know if he can get 5 yards like that against our Mules defense. Let's see. Man in motion. Jake South is in the shotgun, flanked by Hopper to his right. Ball is handed off. And it's a touchdown by Piper. No, that's John Hamilton, number 1.
John Hamilton.
The senior back, the bigger back.
Makes an appearance.
Oh, he's a junior running back, sorry. Hopper's a sophomore, Hamilton is the junior. Right there with just the old-fashioned stretch play.
Correct.
We overran on the edges, and he was able to get through, dove in like his life depended on it, because it did. It is 21-12, and again, Piper does not kick extra points. I don't know if this is an analytics decision or they're too young to have a kicker. I don't know if soccer took their kicker back or what happened, but we're here to watch. Jake South in the shotgun, rolls right, looks up, steps up.
Oh!
He is sacked. So this is where you got to start asking yourself.
Kick the field goal.
Well, you don't have a kicker. Do you see one on the roster? I don't look
they
on the
got to
roster.
have a
You see
kicker.
I don't see
yeah,
one
they
on
do.
the roster.
Number 81, Daniel Miranda, Jr. They got a kicker. They got 2. Logan Lopez, a sophomore.
So you're telling me this is an analytics play?
This has to be an analytics play.
Because now you put yourself in a 9-point deficit. If we score again, now you're in a 16-point deficit.
Now, let me be clear.
Be clear,
I teach
please.
Economics.
Yes.
You're a business incubator.
This
teacher.
is a bad business.
We like. So it's not like we don't like analytics. We don't like numbers, right? But at some point, you got to take what they give you. Like, take the field goal. I feel like they're out coaching themselves. We know that as the game goes a little bit on, right? It gets a little bit more difficult.
It does. And you don't, we talk about self-inflicted wounds. You don't want to put yourself in that situation to where you need 2 scores right? If you can't kick an extra point, you're not giving me very much confidence you can kick a field goal.
No.
So if you did score and you happen to need a field goal, I'd hate to be that kicker because now all eyes are on you and you're not Tupac. So we're going to have to figure something out. I don't want them to figure it out. I keep doing what you're doing.
Right?
Here's another opportunity for the Mules special teams to show up and shine bright as we send back number 7, Park Zunker. And who else is back there?
Looks like
Parks.
Got Parks, and then we have what looks like, I can't
Trip
make out
Johnson,
a jersey.
number 14. Yes.
Number 14.
The blueberry jersey is a little scrunched up tonight from a distance. Here's the kick. It's a sky kick. Piper recovers the kick.
Was it a fumble?
No, it was a sky kick, and we didn't.
No.
No.
Yeah,
Alamites recovered it.
Okay.
DK Garza. He just called him DK Metcalf. And I made the same mistake too, but it's like he must be playing fantasy football.
Yeah, different DK. Different DK.
It's about the same size in the thigh, but not anywhere else.
Oh, man.
Here we go. This is another possession in the second quarter with 8 minutes and 52 seconds. 21-12. Alamo Heights is up. Colin Ernst is in the backfield with Michael Terry to his left. Ball is false start potentially.
Is going to be false start.
False start on Alamo Heights. We're going back to our old ways, right? We get some momentum and then we shoot ourselves in the foot.
Merry Christmas, man. The gift that keeps on giving. So we handing them out. That's the one, guys. We don't have to give them no more.
So here we go. It's Alamo Mules first down and 15 from the 26-yard line. Same setup. Michael Terry in the backfield with Colin Ernst. Colin Ernst calls snap, hands off to Michael Terry. Michael Terry gets outside, but he's stopped by the Piper defense. I kind of liked it when he ran between the tackles, Brian.
Mm-hmm. We got to get in between the tackles. So let's see if we see a inside dig by Colin Ernst on the next play.
Well, if I had to call it, I could see Colin Ernst on the keeper to the wide side of the field potentially. Pipers, they got a front here, and they're bringing pressure on the edges, trying to contain things. DK Metcalf in at running back. Looks like a keeper, as I said, and stopped in the back with that pressure. So it's a we said a boxing match. It's a tell of two tapes. It's a tide changer. We were getting the backfield like crazy. Now Piper's getting in the backfield like crazy. Offsides.
Okay. They gave it back. They gave us our gift back.
They were anxious. It wouldn't be shocked if the man who made the tackle was offsides. He got in there fairly quickly. That will keep it at second down. 2nd and 10. Michael Terry split out at wide receiver. On the bottom of the screen, we have Park Zunker up top. DK Metcalf in at running back next to Colin Ernst in the shotgun. Ball is kept by Colin Ernst. There's a gaping hole. He hurdles one guy and gets tagged.
Got to get down, son. Yeah,
yes, sir,
that did look like it hurt.
Looked like it hurt.
Gotta
That's
get
the hardest
down.
he's been hit all year. It was a smack dead hit.
It's 3rd down.
So that'll bring up 3rd down and 4. From the 31-yard line. Hopefully Colin Ernst gathers himself for this play. In the backfield is DK Metcalf. Michael Terry at the bottom of your screen. Ball is handed off to DK. Kept by Colin Ernst. He gets upfield.
There you go.
Silky smooth. Gets the first down. Moves the chains.
And the heart on that young man.
Yes, sir.
Took a punishing hit the series before, or the drive before.
The play before.
Got it again. And didn't shy away from it.
I still prefer him not take those
He got to
shots.
get down.
Well, I'm going to say it again. Once you break the line, you go to numbers and you get up the field and get hit by a DB. They're not going to hit you as hard as a linebacker. It's a better life insurance policy, and it's a better life expectancy.
100%.
I can tell you from experience. Here we go. Flanked by Michael Terry and DK Metcalf. Hand off to Michael Terry to the left. Trying to break through.
Ran into a pile there on the edge.
All right. Brian, second down and 9 from the 47. A lot of options here on the play call.
It got to be Michael Terry time.
We need a pass. We haven't passed yet. Roll out to the right. Looking deep. Up.
He's out of bounds.
And incomplete. Receiver's out of bounds. That was intended for Josh Hurtado. When we roll out, it doesn't seem like we have a lot of options. So we'll see what we come up here on this third down and 9 from the 47. It's definitely going to take something more than a handoff right here. I don't know if the keeper's the option.
Yeah, the keeper can't be the option. Not on third and 9. I mean, we have some time, but do we really want to give the ball back to Piper with 5 minutes left to play, especially how quickly they can score? And I would say no.
Here we go. Colin Ernst dropping back. Pressure coming to his right, and he is sacked. And he fumbled the ball. Recovered by Piper. That's a turn of events. Unfortunate turn of events because we made a horrible play even worse. The field was flipped, and now we flipped it back in favor of Piper. They'll start their drive from the 33-yard line in Alamo Heights Mules territory. That's why they play the game.
That's why you play the game. That's why it's played on the field. So the worst thing you can do to a young team, young by experience or young by personnel, is give them hope.
Yeah.
And we have 100% gave them hope.
We were a little flat on that drive. The things we were trying that were working earlier, we didn't come up with a different sense of creativity to make the play, like put them on the edge. They were on their toes, they weren't on their heels, and that's always troublesome.
So it looks like we have an interesting chess match being played between the two teams. So it seems like this game, which, you know, tell the two halves, right? Second half can be something completely different. We know that Alamo Heights is great at making halftime adjustments, right? But it seems like this game is going to come down to whoever blinks first.
Well, with 5 minutes and 6 seconds, we need the defense to step up again.
Yep.
Whether it's a turnover, whether it's a turnover on downs, something. We cannot allow them to get a score here, because what that does is give them hope, like you said, and we don't want to give anybody hope, regardless if it's just a half and it cancels out. Yes, you're 100% right. We make great halftime adjustments, but let's try to put that fear in them early so they have to make adjustments and we still make our adjustments. And I'd like to be status quo in the second half.
Correct.
That's not me doing the dab. I somehow got this little cough, so if you see me going to the left, I just don't want to cough in the microphone.
So the question I have for you, LaRhon, is
Good question. Let's
right?
go.
We know that Piper's been taking advantage of how aggressive our defensive front has been, right? They've been throwing in more misdirections, more screen passes, right? Which has caused, it seems like, our defensive front to play a little bit more cautious, right? Not necessarily pin their ears back. For the sake of getting the ball back with time to score before the half is out, do we continue to play aggressive and run the risk that they get an early score? Or do we kind of do the bend, don't break type of deal, risk giving up short yardage?
It has to be smart blitzes, right?
Yeah.
When they're on the left hash, don't send a blitz from the right side because they're going to throw back.
Correct.
You want that blitz to come from the same side they're in the roll to. They roll out wide. You want the blitz to come from that left hash. You got to mix up your coverages. Show pressure, don't show pressure. They opened up the Ferrari last time. They were throwing to their running backs in the flats. We can't expend pressure if we don't get home. We have to get home if we do it. There's no ifs, there's no ands, no buts. But Jake South is a sitting duck when they drop back. When he rolls, it gives us issues. Isaiah Champagne on the rollout, they're looking deep, ball's thrown over the middle, and it's caught. And it's a touchdown for Piper. And that's exactly what I was talking about. Went on a little wheel route.
And just like that, ball game, folks, 18 Piper, 21 Heights. And of course, as always, wait, are they? Nope. Wait, they are kicking. They're kicking a field goal. There is a field goal attempt.
That's interesting. That really is interesting. In the playoff game, you come here and not kick the extra point, and then you finally get to when you miss two extra two-point conversions. So kick is up.
Oh, that's almost blocked. We almost got a piece of it.
Kick is good.
It's good.
It is 21-19. So 4 minutes and 59 seconds remaining in the second quarter. You know what I'm gonna say? We need a score.
Correct.
And I don't mean a field goal. We need a touchdown. We need a 4-minute offensive drive where we take the ball down the field and put 7 points on the board to let the Young Bucks know it ain't what you think it is. Excuse my English grammar. It's country, just like Nelly. Number one hit that you just can't miss.
There it is. So it's going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting to see how offensive coordinator Barranco approaches this next series.
Here's my question. Would you take a return for a touchdown, or would you take a 4-minute drive?
Oh, man, I take a 4-minute drive. This is going to be one of those things where we're going to have to play like with a team with the lead, right?
No, without the lead. We're going to play like we're behind.
Well, what I mean is we can't risk giving them the ball with too much clock left because they can score really quick, as we just saw this last series, right? But if we can get the points on the return, special teams being special, we take it.
Here's the thing, though, right? Hopefully we don't gaff this up because they sky kicked it last time. We've got to just ensure we get the kickoff. Onside kick.
Oh, my God, onside kick. And they
He's
got
out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Are they going to give it to him?
He's out of bounds. No. He's out of bounds. No.
The replay.
The ref looks like he's shaking his head.
First off, I don't understand why we're not even on the ball in that situation. It's kicked.
No.
He didn't even have possession. He didn't even have possession. That's out of bounds, yeah. There shouldn't even be this long of a discussion. That concerns me, right? Like, right now they're in hustle mode, and we just will stop the bicycle.
Yeah, it definitely appears that we were caught completely off guard.
And look, we've been watching this all year. We've seen teams go at us on special teams. We saw Lockhart. They did the opposite of the 2-point conversion. They did onside kick like 8 times in a row. 8 times. It wasn't 8 times because they didn't score that many times. But you know what I mean? That's what they did all night. So we should be well prepared. I can't blame Piper for doing this because you look at it like this. If we score, okay, we get the ball back. We give you half the field, but that could also be dangerous because if we score, then you're still in the hole. Here we go. Shotgun for Colin Ernst with DK Metcalf to his right. We have twin to the bottom of the screen. Ball's kept by Colin Ernst. He runs into his own lineman. He's spinning around. He's pushed back. I don't understand what number 77 of the Mules is doing because he's not blocking a defender. He's helping Colin Ernst get tackled.
Yeah.
Robert Romero, senior offensive lineman. Be sure to stay tuned with us at halftime as we have an interview with Taj as he's down on the field talking to all different types of people to see what their feelings and thoughts are on this game. So make sure you stay tuned at halftime to catch that. You are watching Alamo Heights playoff football on 8 Sports Media. Here we go. It is 2nd down and 8. 4 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. Ball is handed off to DK Garza as he gets upfield, and he gets a big gainer. He picks up a gain of 17 to the 34-yard line. That'll be a Mules first down.
And that's what we need, right? Hey, don't get cute, right? We know where our bread is buttered. We know what works. Get more creative in finding ways to execute what you're doing. Excellent run by DK Garza.
He didn't even get touched for at least 10 yards. So I don't know if there's a weakness on the left side of the Piper defense or if that just was a great play call that executed. And that was a good play call, but I'm saying it looked like that was easy money. Here we go. Press coverage on Michael Terry at the bottom of your screen. Colin Ernst looking to pass. Ball pressure. Ball thrown to DK in the flats. DK escapes first tackle, second tackle. He's out of bounds at the 20-yard line, 25-yard line. It's a great pickup on first down. It'll be second down and 2.
Good job
at the 25.
Colin Ernst for not giving up on the play. And we look like we got Micklers coming in.
Yeah. So what's funny about that is Branco did a great job having an outlet for the pressure, right? That's what you want is, yeah, you come blitz me, but I got an outlet, a hot right read, and that's going to make you feel dizzy. Mickler, the flickler's in, junior backup quarterback. Hands it off to,
He fell down.
He was
tripped.
He pulled the read and tripped on his feet. That goes back to third down and
6. Third and 5.
Again, that's one of those unfortunate situations where you've got momentum and you sneeze. The wrong way. We have 3 minutes and counting remaining in the second quarter. We have Colin Ernst in the pistol with Michael Terry in the backfield. Big time play right here. Is this 2-down territory?
It's 2-down territory, 100%.
Hand off to Michael Terry. He cuts up the field, up the middle. He grinds, and he gets that first down.
Big man play. Big man play. The junior running back, Michael Terry, the third.
Junior athlete.
The athlete. Because he 100% an athlete, right? Getting it on the ground.
Pistol formation. Terry with the handoff up the middle. He shuffles left, right, and goes straight up the middle for a gain of about 2. Caden Glass on the tackle. He's appeared again. Colin Ernst calling for the ball in the shotgun, hands it off to DK, keeps it, and he gets the corner. He gets up the field, runs over a DB.
The speed that this man exhibits is amazing.
There's something to that right side, Brian. I'm telling you, we got to keep an eye on it because that right side is where we're getting a lot of our chunk plays when it's not Michael Terry run the ball up the middle.
Correct. And Colin runs like a man with his hair on fire, right? Like, he had a guy in his face, didn't matter. He was gone. Ran right by him.
Definitely. So this is crucial. 1 minute and 49 seconds counting in the second quarter. We have Colin Ernst in the back with DK Garza, hands it to DK. DK goes to the right, and he is stopped, trumped up, tackled.
Yeah, number 37, Hector Rodriguez for Piper. Had him by his shoelaces.
That time, we got a loss in the play on that one. Here's where it's intriguing, right? Like, it's funny how DK's doing great on the outside and Michael Terry's doing great in the inside. We got to kind of stick to that for him. Sprinkling some. Collins, you said it last drive for Piper. It's hard to throw down here. So you don't want to make any mistakes in the passing game. You don't want to take any losses. It is second down and 8. Ball is on the 8-yard line.
Free play.
Free play for the offense.
They're calling it on Mules. Looks like it's going to be false start on the Mules, but Piper definitely looked like they were in the neutral zone.
Still waiting a word from the official. False start. So it'll be a 5-yard penalty. That brings us to second down and 13. Ball will be on the 13. This is goal to go. There's no opportunity for a first down. Very interesting to see what Michael Branco calls here, dials up. We got one-on-one coverage of the receiver up top. Ball's going to be thrown. Ball's thrown on the rope. Ball is incomplete to Robert Mickler. 3rd down and 13. Now, I will say here, we have a kicker.
100%.
So you definitely got to, maybe you run the ball here, kick a field goal, you go up by 5. Gives you the feeling of the Harlandale game earlier where it's a little close. We do this. Second round, we separate. So second half, we try to start separating. But we got to get some points here and flex our will. Love a touchdown, but we got to get what we can. Don't forget to stay with us for the halftime as Taj Young is on the field with interviews. Ball's on the air, ball's up, ball's caught.
Got it. Oh, he couldn't come down with it.
Incomplete. Ball was intended for Michael Terry. No, ball is way out of bounds. Not even close to.
So he wouldn't, even if he had it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have came down
again,
with it.
that's where you need Michael Terry as a decoy in those situations, and because they had him double covered in that case, and you have to expect that, right? He's already shown his worth. Here we go. Field goal attempt by Linus Flores. It's up, and it's
good.
That's the first field goal of the season. Sounds crazy to say that in round 3 of the playoffs.
The first
but we'll take
field goal of the season, man. So we got to take positive away from that drive, right?
Yeah.
We got points.
You got points. You left 30 seconds remaining in the second quarter. I'll take the positive. Again, I'm not being greedy. I'm being spoiled. Yes, no treatment. I'm being spoiled. But it's not in the sense of spoiled because I want more. It's because I know we can do more, and we had the opportunities to do so.
Correct.
So, again, they go in the car wash at halftime, buff out the rims, and hopefully when they come out the Mules, they flex like it's, flex still 44 and there's no leaks.
True. And, I mean, if you're Piper, you're feeling good, right?
Yes.
You're
go
feeling
ahead.
good. Now you're feeling good, right? You're still in this. It's a one-possession game, right? I mean, it seems like if I'm Piper, we don't kick field goals anyway. So
they may now. If they can get it down in 20 seconds, they got how many timeouts that remaining? They have 2 timeouts, they have 3.
They have 2 timeouts.
They have 3 timeouts.
3 timeouts remaining. Okay.
If they open up that Ferrari and they get within, you got to try it, right? Like, that's a nice kick by Linus Flores. We kick it straight. Oh, he fair caught it. That was interesting. There was not a person within 20 yards of him. That was fielded by number 7, Jake Strachan. He hasn't had much activity tonight in the receiving game, but that's because Isaiah Champagne has been doing the work for them. So, 31 seconds remaining in the second quarter. You're watching or listening to Alamo Heights Playoff Football on AH Sports Media. Big shout out to our student workers today, Sydney Fry, Tori Valadez, and Taj Young. They are putting in this work. They're earning all their credits and hours. Jake South is in the shotgun. He hands it off to Brady Hopper, who gets a big gainer on the side, tackled by Patrick Arriaga. That was a gain of 6. When I say big gain, I mean that was a gashing hole. If Patrick Arriaga doesn't get him, he's gone for another 30 yards. Piper calls a timeout with 22 seconds remaining in the second quarter. That's an interesting situation. They ran the ball, and then they called timeout. So, I mean, I watched football all day today, yesterday, and my whole life. I've never seen somebody run the ball to call timeout. You got 4 downs, use them.
I mean, it's true.
Throw it on first down. If you get a completion, the clock's going to run unless you go out of bounds.
And they've had a lot of success tonight with the pass.
Here I'm down here on the.
Weird that they.
I'm here with.
Not to throw.
I'm here with.
On the first down.
Again, stick with us during halftime as Taj Young is on the field. He was rapping with Reno, and he was chopping up with Corey Smith, principal of Alamo Heights High School. Taj, our student reporter, getting his chops in. We have to be cognizant of the double pass, a reverse, a pitch back pass. Just play deep. And I like that. We got 2 safeties deep, keep everything in front. Jake South looking to pass underneath. Ball's caught by Champagne, tackled at the 42-yard line. 16 seconds remaining. That'll be first down for the Piper Warriors. We don't want to get too soft, right?
Not at all.
Good thing is, if they just called their second timeout, they only have 1 left. So I guess they're trying to get as close as they can for a Hail Mary. This has been a long first half. It's only been an hour and 20 minutes since kickoff. But the gameplay has not been, it's been back and forth, but not like it's been choppy back and forth.
No, I mean, if you're the Mules, you still feel like you're in control. Like a game, you disagree.
It's a touchdown. If they scored right now, they're up. Control to me is like if we were up 31-19. That's control. Janet Jackson said, control. She didn't say, well, we holding it down. So here we go. It is Piper. Piper in the shotgun. Jake South gets the handoff, or gets the ball, looks deep, feels a little pressure, tries to spin, roll out, throws it. That's intentional grounding by all sorts of the imagination.
Yeah, that's 100%.
And I don't see the laundry on the ground. That's amazing because there was no receiver in sight. He's outside of which pocket? His coat pocket? Because that was intentional grounding, my man. You can't make these things up. I wish you could see this because Ray Charles right now would have said that was intentional grounding. He spun back into the pocket.
Correct.
Illegal touching of the ball if it was been a lineman.
Looks like there's a little bit of discussion between the refs.
There
we go. And the flag has come on the field.
What frustrates me is when one official takes the call and doesn't seek help. Like, if you didn't see it, that's cool. Call somebody over. But that was as clear as intentional ground as it gets. That pressure came in hot on Jake South. It made him uncomfortable. I've noticed they're vulnerable. When they go empty back set, he's a sitting duck. When they have backs in the backfield, the pressure could or could not affect him. Here we go, kneeling the ball down. And they're going to end the second half on that, which is wise, right?
Yeah. Don't get greedy. You're not going to really have much that you can do in 9 seconds. Oh, we got a timeout. So
here goes the checkers match. I don't even call this chess. It's third down and forever. 4 seconds. Fourth down and 26. Something's got to change. Either the strip is wrong or the marker on the field is wrong. But if it is fourth down and 26, then it should be fourth down because that's a loss of down. That was
100%.
Second down. They just nailed it on third down. So if they're making the punt, I can see why. They want them an opportunity for Tripp to get 6 points. Hey, I like that move.
Yeah, definitely. And we know that Tripp is the threat on punt return, right? It doesn't take much. We've seen him score touchdowns on punt return before. So
I just realized why this game feels slow. It's a TV game.
That's true.
So we're taking timeouts after almost everything. This is why I don't go to NFL football games anymore. It's like they do one play and timeout.
Yep.
They catch a pass, timeout. Oh, they finally got the marker on the field correct. It is fourth down and 32. So wouldn't this be a wonderful opportunity if Tripp Johnson can take this back to the house? That would be the straw that helps.
They're going for it.
Oh, they're trying to kill the clock. Smart move. Go intercept that ball. See, this is what I love about coaching. Coaches that get it. Okay, you call the timeout. You want to sucker me into a punt. Not so fast, my friend. We're going to fake it and throw it around. All right, that concludes the first half. You are listening to Alamo Heights Playoff Football on AH Sports Media. We are going to send this to Taj Young down the field as he gets interviews. Taj, take it away.
Here I'm down here on the 15-yard line here with the cheerleaders right here. I'm going to tell you the crowd atmosphere is ecstatic. Everyone is getting loud. Everyone is cheering on Alamo Heights. Especially, I'm about to speak up right now because I can barely hear myself think. I'm saying this, the crowd is ready and they're roaring. I'm Taj Young. send it back up to the booth to LARHON and MONETTE. I'm here with Reno right now, and Reno, one thing with Thanksgiving, but also we're at ALAMODOME, so this is our second time at ALAMODOME. How are you feeling about this being back?
Well, I think it's a lot of fun for our kids, for our community, that we've shown up in big numbers right behind us. Great start for the game, so it's a great place to be on a Saturday night.
Especially with the crowd atmosphere. Now, how are you feeling about this crowd? We saw them getting loud earlier. Yeah. Now, do you think you're getting more excited with coming going?
Well, that's what playoffs is about. You look at Piper's crowd, they've got a great crowd. We've matched it here. It's really, a tribute to these kids. Both teams are playing well. We got two good football teams that make people want to come out on a Saturday night here on Thanksgiving, so good start for both groups.
Now, talk about Thanksgiving. Now, tell me what's your favorite Thanksgiving meal?
Anything on my plate. I don't leave anything on there, Taj. That's my only tradition. I eat it all.
You eat it all. All right, thank you so much, Reno.
Appreciate you.
All right, see you later.
Mules up. Let's go.
That was Reno. I'm here with Principal Smith here down on near the 50-yard line. Now, Principal Smith, what do you feel about this crowd turnout? I see it's definitely pretty packed in here.
It is. I'm so excited. I'm just so grateful that on Thanksgiving weekend we've been able to pack the stands here at the ALAMODOME. Super excited.
Now, this is your second time, but technically it's still our first time ever playing here in the ALAMODOME. How do you feel about coming back to ALAMODOME?
Oh, I think it's a great venue. I mean, it's a large place to play, but I think our fans and our families did an amazing job of filling the stands, and it feels good. It feels really good.
It feels good. Now, I asked Reno, I'm going to ask you, what was your favorite Thanksgiving? What's your favorite food to eat on Thanksgiving?
Oh wow, that's tough. I love a good turkey. And stuffing. Probably just the basics. Good turkey, good stuffing, and most of all, I like spending time with my family.
Indeed. All right, thank you so much, Principal Smith.
Absolutely.
All right, that was Principal Smith. I'm here. She likes to eat turkey. All right, Taj Young, send it back up to the booth to MONETTE and LARHON.
We are really excited to be coming to you for our first episode of On Location here in the Mule Dome, the Thursday morning prior to our first home football game. We are going to highlight an incredible tradition that Coach RITTIMANN has brought to Alamo Heights, and I want you to join me in the locker room just to see a small snapshot.
These are the players that picked you as an influencer or a hero or somebody that has impacted their career here, their life.
Joining us for this episode is our athletic director, head football coach, Coach RITTIMANN. I am so excited about what we just saw in the locker room. Tell our viewers just a little bit about the background.
Yeah, so we have a tradition. We let our varsity football players each pick a very influential teacher that's been in their career through school, and they come down this morning and they get to actually put all the logos and decals onto the varsity football players' helmets. And so when they come to the game and see those young men running around on the field, they really feel a part of it, and they've done something other than be great teachers in the classroom. Now they're out here supporting them in their athletic adventures.
It's just a great experience for not only the kid to be able to reach out to the teacher of their influence, but also for the teacher to know that those kids do really enjoy their class, appreciate their class, and then they get to be part of putting those decals on, and they get to be a part of the Friday night experience also. They come and they sit in the stands and watch the game, and they can also say, hey, not only is that player doing good, I put those decals on that helmet.
It's been just a great honor, and I'm very excited to be here. That you're it's like their teacher forever. I think it's just amazing.
I see the students in the classroom year after year, but to see them in a different element or see where they also learn and grow is pretty exciting.
I think it's so special for our teachers to really see the impact and the influence that they have over our students' lives. And so we're going to be cheering you on Friday night. Can't wait to get to the game, and we invite all of you to be there and to cheer on our mules as well.
It's a great day to be a mule.
Mules up.
Hi, I'm Sarah Holmes, and I teach English at the high school, and I help power the profile by teaching students how to have a healthy sense of self. I can buy myself flowers. That one. Come on, you gotta know that one. You're clearly not on the same side of TikTok that I am.
What does personalization mean exactly?
So it's a lot of things. It's where we do our character development, any kind of lessons that the school wants us to push out or things that we just kind of need to hear. They get all of those things done in a 20-minute span of time. But then it's also about like building relationships with students to students, but also teacher to student. We also have a lot of fun. No, don't be looking back there. Then turn around. We're not sharing answers. Sarah Holmes with KSAT 12 News. Take your stickers, place them where they need to go, and then you may dig in the prize box. I get to know a lot about the kids during this time. We engage in little quick conversations, and I'm also like a helpful resource and tool for them in whatever it is they're doing in life. I get it's not every teacher's kind of personalization routine, but they need breaks from the academic curriculum that we have here, and it creates a sense of healthy balance, and it shows them, especially as they're getting ready to go to college, if we need a brain break to refocus and reset, that all happens in this class.
From the day that they enter her classroom, she creates an environment that is welcoming, that is inclusive, and that shows that she truly cares about each student.
I really love the environment, how you walk in and it's a very open conversation. You know, it's never like quiet, the air is never stale, something's always going on. You can always like talk to everyone else in here.
It means having balance. It means knowing knowing your strengths, knowing your weaknesses, know how to take your weaknesses, develop those into strengths, giving yourself grace, allowing others grace. All of that is all wrapped up in one.
Hi, I'm Michael McElrath, or Coach Mac, and I power the profile of a learner by employing skills for life. I know you got this. For one tally mark, drum roll please. Woo, that's pretty good. When I think about employing skills for life, I really think about the challenges and adversities that students may face later down the road, and presenting those challenges to them now so they have the confidence and know that they have the support to not only surpass whatever faces them down the road, but to do so with the confidence to be like, you know what, I got this and I can persevere.
Where were the conquistadors from?
Spain.
Again?
Spain.
Again?
Spain.
Boom, there we go. Say it with some confidence, Spain.
As adults, we've all been through a junior high classroom before, and we kind of know those anxious feelings that we may have had as students or that we may see in our present students. And I think it's important, that's the way we start the class year or the school year every year, is we let the students know not only are they supported, not only will they be encouraged, but this is a stress-free class. You're not here to have anxiety, you're here to learn and have fun while you're doing it. I think they feel that and they know that, so I think that gives them room to not only grow and flourish, but take those chances or those opportunities to make a mistake, because they know ultimately failure leads to success, and that we're not here to make them feel bad about themselves. We're only here to help encourage them.
This is going to be for you since you are a Packers fan, and I know why Mr. Diorio picked you now. I know why he picks you, okay.
Coach Mack, he teaches us to do good at everything you do in life and like be strong and confident about it. And so that helps me with most things.
It kind of reminds me of like the sports I play, because it's like that feeling, and he's also a coach. He makes sure that we understand it, and if we don't understand it, then he makes sure that we do.
The rapport that I build with the students, and just seeing them, like you said, grow and fulfill their destinies, that's the biggest reward I could ask for.
get lucky. The Mighty Mule Band would like to recognize the following members for their hard work and dedication this week. Band members of the week are Val Sansom and Chance Jones. Punk guard member of the week is Gabby Luzenas. Our section of the week is the saxophone section. Mules fans, please stand for the Alamo Heights fight song.
To the broadcast. Welcome back to the broadcast. What a halftime performance by the Alamo Heights Mighty Mules Band. Right now, we're still going to take a pause for the cause. You'll see us in 3 minutes as we break down all the first half action and get back to you on what we think is going to happen in the second half. Stay tuned.
Get ready to experience the thrill of Alamo Heights sports like never before.
AH Sports Media is your ticket for heart-pounding sports action.
Catch all of the live coverage of Alamo Heights sports events.
And exclusive insights from dedicated athletes and coaches.
Don't miss out. Turn into AH Sports Media and be part of the excitement.
Alamo Heights Sports brought to you by AH Sports Media.
Your passion, our coverage.
I should have done my own drive chart. Say it again. All right, welcome back to the Alamo Heights Mules Show with the little feisty Piper High School. I'm your host, LaRhon Fields, with my colleague, Brian Monet. Brian, what a first half. It was back and forth, left and right, ups and downs. How do you see it? How do you call it?
Oh, man, you got a heavyweight bout between two Titans. And, you know, we knew coming in that stylistically this was going to be an interesting matchup for the Mules, and it's played out to be just that. But it's interesting to see the role that momentum has played in this, right? So you see Alamo Heights go on a nice little run where they look like the better team. Piper goes on a nice little run where they look like the better team. We knew at the start of this game that it was going to be a game of inches and that the smallest thing was going to make the difference, and I think that's how it's going to play out.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. Right now, in my mind, if I'm Alamo Heights, it's 0-0.
Oh,
right?
100%.
Because you can't get caught up in you have a 5-point lead, so you have a cushion. That's not a cushion, my friend.
No.
A cushion is no more mistakes, flex your muscle, be the big kid on the block, and do what you do.
Correct.
This is a crucial kickoff here. The Mules will be kicking off to the Piper Warriors to open up the second half. We need a defensive stop and go from there. Here we go. Linus Flores with the kickoff. Ball is fair caught. Once again, I don't understand this new football. There's not a man 100 yards in front of you, and you're fair catching.
Man,
like, are you? It ain't, no, that's dumb analytics. Let me help you out. You throw the ball religiously.
Correct.
A ball in the kickoff is like a pass.
Yeah.
What do you do after you catch the ball?
You run, you make a play.
That's called football. So I don't hear about analytics. That's just dumb to me. Like we saw the 2-point conversions. We see this fair. You're literally the ball wasn't high enough to be fair caught. But hey, I'll take it if you want to keep it at the 30. The 25. Let's go Mules defense. Mules up. Here we go. Jake South in the shotgun with Brady Hopper to his left. Calling for the ball. Receives it. Hands off to Hopper, who gets a nice, sizable first down run of 8 yards. That's not what we can have happen. No. A great job by the Piper Warriors O-line of getting that push and setting the tone early.
It looks like that's going to be something that the Mules defense is going to be somewhat comfortable with. I mean,
well, just because they don't do it often, but
correct.
They're going back to it again with the pass. Ball is caught for the first down. Piper Warriors move the ball to the 38-yard line with a new set of downs.
Correct, and we see them still going with that same level of pace they did in the first half. Not really letting South be in the pocket too much. Take the short pass. See how that works out.
South again in the shotgun. Hopper to his left. Fakes it to Hopper. Looks down the middle. Pass is tipped at the line of scrimmage.
And that's exactly why they don't want him sitting in the pocket.
Well, there's two things you got. You asked me earlier about what would you do if you're Alamo Heights. That's one of them. If you can't blitz, you got to get the hands up.
Oh, get 100%.
And that's like getting a sack per se.
Correct.
Now we're at 2nd and 10, ball on the 38-yard line. Piper, here's where they struggled. Empty backfield, South by himself. Look for some trickeration. Like I said, we got the jet sweep around. Fills up. Max Bakeson fills the alley. It's a 7-yard gain.
And there go that other big running back they used, Josh Hamilton.
John Hamilton on the carry.
Oh,
Sorry.
John Hamilton.
Look like Hopper that sometimes you can't tell them apart from the side view. Good play calling scheme today by Artiega, the offensive coordinator for Piper Warriors. He's mixing it up as best he can. I look for Jordan Ricker to put a plug in this gap. We got a fake handoff ball. Oh, and caught and tackled at the sticks. First down, Piper.
First down.
What I like about their offense, right, is they're decisive. We're going to hit you short. We're going to hit you long. We're going to hit you wide. We're going to throw in some sprinkler run. Again, keeps you on your heels, not your toes. And that's been the saving grace for Piper, is to mix it up. Quick game. South back to pass. Screen game. Tunnel screen to Isaiah Champagne, and he's got nothing but green in front of him. He is tackled at the 21-yard line.
That's a tackle by number 29, Max Bacon. Again.
That's a touchdown-saving tackle there.
Touchdown-saving tackle. You know, it seems like every time Champagne touches the ball, something magical happens. You would think they would get him more involved.
They have. He's been their best receiver all night. He has over 100 yards receiving. Has to. I don't have a stat sheet in front of me, but he's been their most effective receiver. It's been him, and it's been Andrew Grindstep, but he's been the shining star. Here we go with a nice, sizable run by John Hamilton, who is tackled at the 15. Gage Sharp on the tackle for the Mules.
So we're looking at 2nd and 4.
I don't think they've hit a third down yet on this drive, and the Warriors are driving. The Mules need to come up with something magical here. Ball's thrown and caught and not tackled in the backfield, but pushed out of bounds at the 13. Sorry, the 8 or 9 yard line. This is how you get people open. You slip them underneath behind the line of scrimmage. Regardless of the pressure, you're able to flick it to them to gain yards. First down and 8, goal to go. Jake South looking for a dump off, and just over the outstretched arms.
And a pack of Mules there with the stop.
That was dangerous for Jake South. That could have been disastrous. 33 from the Mules. Cortland Hanna almost got his hands on that ball. Need a big stop, big play here. 2nd down. They've been money on 2nd down on this drive. 2nd down and 12 to go from the 12. They still can't pick a first down, so it's goal to go. Jake South in the shotgun. Hamilton on the right side looking to throw deep. Ball's up. Ball is caught for a touchdown for the Piper Warriors.
Holy smokes.
That is Andrew Grindstaff for 6. Sophomore Andrew Grindstaff. And they're back to their ways. Are they going for 2?
Let's see. This is definitely unfamiliar territory for our Mules. Let's see how they respond.
Just man on man. One-on-one coverage. And Grindstaff got the best of Gage Sharp. They are going for 2. Trying to make it a 3-point game. Full house backfield. And they are denied. So that leaves the Piper Warriors only with a 1-point lead. That's their third 2-point conversion attempt that they are unsuccessful at. You know, it's funny how people love to scream the word analytics, but they don't like to say tricks for kids. Because if it don't work the first time, the second time, the third time.
You got to stop it, man. And I'm with you. I am 100% with you. I don't understand it, but I'm assuming somewhere there's a guy in the lab with a trench coat on, a white lab coat with some spectacles, looking over stat sheets that's saying, hey, man, go for 2, go for 2, go for 2, and you got a better chance of getting it.
You know what stats are good for? After the game.
100%.
After the pads have done talking, and then you can assess what went right, what went wrong. But during the game, no, man. I don't. And again, I'm not opposed for going for 2.
Correct.
But
when it's necessary.
Even sometimes when it's just like a sneak, it's like an onside kick. We know the percentages aren't high. If you have the right plays and they can't stop you, you're in the mode. But right there, you just passed on the Mules the whole length of the 75-yard drive.
Yep.
And then you ran the ball when it was obvious because you had a full house backfield, something you haven't showed all night, and you got stuffed.
I hear
So
you.
when you're predictable, you got to get predictable results. So that was a gut-wrenching 3-minute and 35-second drive that now puts the chess pieces into the hands of the Mules, and they've got to respond. What kind of response, Brian, do you think they need on this drive?
Oh, man. I mean, you got to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers, right? You know, we need our linemen to play big, right? They've been doing so for most of the game, but we need them to continue, right? Michael Terry has been, I mean, outside of a couple big plays, right, he's been relatively quiet, right? We got to get him involved a little bit more, right? But
one thing I alluded to that I like that Piper does, right, we clearly know they can't handle pressure.
Correct.
So they started involving every chess piece of their
100%.
offense in some kind of direction or misdirection that makes us have to read, react, and think. Something you don't want your team to do. If we can come up with that same kind of, yes, I wish our O-line could have that power and push off the line.
Correct.
But right now, that hadn't been happening.
Yeah.
So we got to find a way to get our creative juices going.
100%.
I know Mike Branco has a
he's
plan.
working on it.
He's
sure
got a
he's
plan.
working on it.
And Jordan Ricker's going to come up with a plan for this next drive that Piper comes up with. He's seen some things. Let's put it together. On this kickoff, I expect an onside kick-ish.
Yep.
And it's a sky kick. That's where you fair catch.
Correct. Now, again, we talked about the analytics. I got to believe that somewhere, guy in lab coat said onside kick was better than making them drive the length of the field.
No, well, 2 things, right? If they do score quick, you get the ball back. It's like I played my son this morning in Madden, and I onside kicked it a couple times, and he was like, why are you doing that, Dad? I said, well, if you score quick, it doesn't hurt me, but when I get the ball back, I get to control the clock. It's
true.
Young whippersnapper. So that's the way how that works. Secondly, though, if you're Alamo Heights, you need to take advantage of this, and you only have to go 58 yards to get pay dirt. So let's make that happen. Piper's up pressing. Colin Ertz in the shotgun with DK on his side. Colin Ertz keeps, spins off, unnecessary hits. Again, our O-line on that right side, number 70. Billy Edwards did not seal the edge and made it hard for Colin Ertz to get past the line of scrimmage. It's a loss on the play of 1 yard. Also, if you notice, they're keying in on DK Garza.
Oh, 100%.
We got to find a way to get people in motion to make their defense pay for some of their choices. Right now, they have a two safety high look, 3 safeties up, or back, sorry. They're backing off on the corners, no longer pressing, so they're trying to keep everything in front of them. Ball's thrown, ball's caught, and a hit.
Man. What a nasty hit by number 2, Jordan Grant.
Yeah.
And looks like we have number 11, Josh Hurtado, slow to get up.
I'd like to call that a cheap shot. He was almost defenseless because, the ball was thrown, and as he caught it, yes, I know it's football, but there's certain hits that we're trying to get out of football, and that's one of them.
Well, you would think, right? What happened to the flag for the hit on a defenseless receiver? Usually, it's weird that was being called a lot in the past 3-4 years, but it seems like they've stopped calling it, which is interesting.
Well, I mean, there's another word I'd like to throw out there, targeting. That literally was a targeting hit in the sense of he led with the crown of his helmet, hit the man in the stomach. He could have easily wrapped up and tackled the man.
It wasn't necessary.
Josh Hurtado pops up on his feet, probably got the wind knocked out of him. He's a tough guy, so I expect to see him back on the field soon. Colin Ertz comes back from the sideline with DK Garza. It is going to be 3rd down and 4, sorry. This is an opportunity for the Mules to, again, pick up this 1st down. What I do like is we're not getting predictable and putting Michael Terry in the backfield. What I don't like is we got a one-on-one coverage with a safety helping, so we got to come up with something creative. Collins looking left, looking right, throws it. Nice pass in between to Park Zunker. Welcome to the game, Mr. Zunker.
Welcome to the game.
Move the change. Mules first down.
That came right on time.
Hey,
right on time.
May not been when we wanted it, but
it was right on time. There it is. I hear you, Saints. I hear you.
First down at the Piper 42-yard line. The Mules in the shotgun as usual. Trips right. New formation of the day. Rolls to the right. Collin exudes pressure. Keeps it. Cuts upfield. Gets out of bounds. Nice gain of about 6 yards, 7 yards, 8 yards.
And what a great block by Kingston Cannon, right? You know, not giving up on the play, even though he wasn't getting the ball. He definitely made sure to kind of get that block in there.
Well, let's give kudos to Colin Ernst in that play. He didn't take a shot.
Correct.
He got upfield. He was decisive and got out of bounds.
There you go. That's that experience.
That's smartness right there. You can be tough guy we want to, but smarts wins. Here we go. Shotgun. Calling for the ball. We got twins left at the top of your screen. Colin Ernst is running, stretching wide, cuts up the middle, picks up the first down. We need an MT3 time right here, whether it's a flag route or something. We can't let this man be defended by people not on his level.
Correct.
This is the first time in a while that the Mules do not have a lead in the third quarter. So you definitely know we're in the playoffs. Colin Ernst calls for the ball in the shotgun, hands it to DK Garza, and DK Garza does what DK Garza does. He gets yards. That's another Mules first down. Amazing
run by DK Garza to get upfield, move the chains, right? It was almost a disaster, right? Because just as Colin Ernst was handing off the ball, we saw a linebacker, it looks like it was number 25, Caden Glass, who was right there.
Again, this is where I'm saying we're getting a little bit predictable. Piper's keying on 10, 34, and 2. So we've got to do something to make those people pay for collapsing on those guys. We're in the pistol formation. DK Garza behind Colin Ernst. Colin keeps it. Colin should get to the end zone, but he does not. He's down at the 1 or 2 yard line.
And he could smell it. You could tell he was right there, right on top of it.
Explosive play. We'll take it. That's a Mules first down. Goal to go. Runs over a Piper Warrior. Runs through him. Mickler's into the game. Hurtado comes out. DK comes out. You'd have to think this is Michael Terry handoff.
Oh, this is definitely Terry time.
This is a great time for Colin Ernst to keep and go to his left because you know everybody's going to be jumping on the Michael Terry train. Calls for the snap. Hands it off. And the pile pushes.
Tush push.
The Mules movers.
The Mules movers.
Move the pile across the
down.
goal line. Michael Terry is energized. His only touch on the drive.
Yeah. I mean, look. Players make plays in big moments, and that's what we saw. We needed the score, and hey, man, whenever the game is on the line, when you need a little bit of extra, you got to put the ball in the hand of one of your star players. And that's exactly what we did.
Yes, we did, and the Mules on that reclaim the lead, 30-25. Linus Flores in to kick the extra point. Snap is on the way. Hold down. Kick is good, and it is your Alamo Heights Mules 31, Piper Warriors 25. We're in the third quarter with 5 minutes and 1 second remaining. That was a 60-yard drive, Brian, and we ate up some clock because the drive started at 8:25.
Correct.
So it was a 3-minute, 24-second drive, as much time as you could imagine. Got key first downs, crucial first downs, earned them, and on the move. Now, the defense comes out. We say bend up but don't break, but it's time to create a havoc. Got to create some havoc and slow down this Piper's assault.
You know, oftentimes when we're talking football, we often, get into the habit, and not us, but when conversation about football arise, it's always need to score here, got to score here. We need to stop, like big time. We need to stop, right? because fortunately we know that Piper's a team that wants to, or at least it appears, right? They don't really care too much about eating a ton of clock, right? Because they're very much aware of their weapons, right? They know they can score at any moment. But we kind of got to take that away from them.
Brian, you know, it's funny. The one thing that comes to my mind is hot potato.
Hot potato.
Let me ask you this. Would you rather have the ball in your hands at the end of the game, last possession, or defend it from the other team winning? That's what we're in, this kind of ball game.
Oh, yeah.
We're trading back and forth touchdowns, which is why it's crucial to get a stop and get ahead.
Correct.
You do not want to be in a hot potato situation because it's pressure both ways. Dialing up the right defense, dialing up the right offense. It's crazy.
Well, you would think that if you're a Piper, you would almost prefer to be the team that's driving at the end of the game.
Because you've been doing it easily
at
this point, right? But you also, it's pressure. You've never been in that situation. So it can go either ways. Hey, good people listening to the broadcast, we have a little treat for you. While Brian and I are going back and forth talking about the game, we're going to start showing you pictures of the game, whether it be fans, players, all kind of action shots taken by our own students here in AH Sports Media, our wonderful Tori Valletta and Sydney Fry, and the journalism department of Alamo Heights. We are set to go here on the second half. We have Alamo Heights kicking off after their touchdown. Again, the score is Alamo Heights 31, Piper 25. 5 minutes and 1 second remaining in the third quarter. This half's moving a little bit faster. Everybody settled in, so it's going to be fireworks from here on out. Let's get it. Linus Flores with the yellow shoe, kicking it nice and deep. Jake Strachan with the fair catch. Ball will be placed at the 25. All right, Michael Terry's going back on defense, so that lets you know something. He's been out there the whole time.
He's been out there the whole time.
So he's been going two ways. He's doing Travis Hunter impersonations tonight, huh?
100%.
All right. Is that Patrick Arriaga at safety?
It is.
Jake South with the fake. He's going to run if they can get this man. Pepper him. He's out of bounds. Two Mules collide. He picks up 5 yards.
Oh, it was 5 yards. Wow, it looked like he got 2.
He ran about as slow as 2 yards, but again, in their bag, trickeration, something that we haven't seen all game, is Jake South on a scramble, on a designed quarterback run. Second down and 5 from the 30 of Piper Warriors. Hands off to Brady Hopper. He was looking for contact and helped us out. Although that was a 3-yard gain. We're now at 3rd down and 2.
And that was number 3, Oliver Duffin, with the stop. So we're definitely seeing, we talked in previous games about the game within a game.
Yes.
There's definitely some gamesmanship that's taking place
the
here.
Crowd is making noise to get a stop on this 3rd down. I see pressure coming up the middle. Handoff, 1st down for Piper Warriors. That's their first 3rd down of the half.
And running the ball, right? We're seeing them get away from the thing that has gotten them thus far, which was, their passing attack. So let's see if that continues.
They're going back to their passing game. Incomplete pass. Ball was intended for Brady Hopper.
Touchdown here.
Back. Chase Keene.
You're right down in the
16.
Anderson Grindstaff, sorry. I'd say the Piper Alliance held up pretty well this game. I mean, they're a nice sized bunch. They work as a unit. They were rocky early, but the game plan of the offensive coordinator Artiega has balanced them out a little bit. It is 2nd down and 10. Jake fumble on he spins out of traffic looking deep. Ball's thrown. Ball is
Whoa.
caught. Nope. Oh, it's caught and marked
It
at
is
the 40.
Caught. Wow.
39-yard line of Alamo Heights.
But to your point about their offensive line holding up, I think Piper's offensive coordinator has done a good job of putting them in a position where they can succeed. That on that last drive, right? You see the quarterback being rolled out of the pocket. You know, that kind of helps with the pressure.
It does. Roll out again. Sprint right. Chasing him down, but ball thrown in the middle. Oh, incomplete.
Whoa, incomplete. Incomplete. Absolutely not. Oh, wow. They're calling it a catch.
Calling it a catch. Looking at the replay here for you.
That was a reception made.
It was a catch by Isaiah Champagne, number 19, making a play when they needed it. First down and 10 from the Alamo Heights 25-yard line. In motion with the fake jet sweep, misdirection, handoff to John Hamilton, and he busts through for 6 points. This is what I'm talking about offensively. You got to give the misdirection they don't run it much, but when they do, it's effective because you got a lot going on. You can't just rely on pressure. We've gotten out of our run fits. We have no run stops, and now they're gashing our defense on the run. The one thing that they weren't, that's our calling card, is playing tough defense on the run.
Correct. Well, it looks like the young guys, the young
kids on the
new
block,
kids on the block are staring down those seasoned vet.
Extra point up and good. It is Piper 32 and Alamo Heights 31 with 3 minutes and 16 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
Well, it's looking like our Mules are going to have to go down and respond.
Have to. At some point, let me ask this question. If you're Alamo Heights, do you have to go for 2?
I wouldn't go for 2. I would take exactly what I can get. I get my 6, I get my 1, my 7.
Do you feel right now your defense hasn't stopped the bloody nose? So, do you take the opportunity to go for 2? And well, here's I'm not disagreeing because if you look at this, if you go for 2 and get it, and it's 39-32 or 30, yes, right? You're up 7, but then they're gonna go for 2. Or do you force them to go for 2? Or do you force them to tie, right? Like, do you put them in the pickle jar?
Well, the thing is, if you do force them to go for 2, they haven't been successful on their 2-point attempt.
All they need is 1.
That's true.
And you can't tell me the way they've been driving the field, they don't have that one play in the back pocket. It's like, you know what? I haven't showed you this all night. Create a mesh play where they have a pick action. That's crazy. So it's something to think about. Hopefully we don't get put in that pickle and we can find a way on defense to get a stop. All you need is 1 or 2. And we'll take 1 right now. Right now we'll take not turning the ball over on special teams.
Correct. So you kind of got to expect they've been doing the onside kick every attempt. So
all right, here we go. Piper off the kick, and it is an actual kickoff. All right, got a return by Trip Johnson to the Alamo Heights
20-yard
line. Didn't get a lot of good blocking on that kick return. So 80 yards to pay dirt. Let's hope we brought the golden shovel. Football is a game of ups and downs. Let's see if we can get on an up here again offensively. This may be a game that offense has to win. Colin Ernst in the shotgun, calling for the snap. Up the middle. Picks up probably about 4 yards. Gain of 5, so it'll be second down and 5 for the Alamo Heights Mules. That last stop was by Hiram McCarter for Piper. Colin Ernst in the gun. DK Garza to his right. Looking to pass, ball thrown, ball's intercepted. It was intended for Michael Terry.
Absolutely.
And this is what you didn't want to happen. Interception by number 2, Jordan Grant, senior DB for Piper. This is exactly what you did not want. And this is why I asked you earlier, what would you rather be in? You can't throw to Michael Terry on a basic flat route when you know they have coverage over the top and help underneath. You got to lean on your Park Zunkers, your Kingston Kennons. You got to go to other people early to throw the scent off.
Correct. So it looks like our defense is going to be back on the field, and we'll need them to play big.
They need to create another turnover. We've seen that happen before where we give up the ball and they get it back.
In South, their quarterback is prone to mistakes.
Right now, they've been put him in witness protection. He's been protected. Here we go with the trickery hand up to Isaiah Champagne. Here we go. He is tackled for a gain of 1 yard. Good job, Max Bacon. That was a sizzling tackle. Second down and 10. 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Alamo Heights Mules on defense. Ball is looking to be thrown. Ball is caught. Incomplete. Thank goodness it was incomplete, but even more impressive, Max Bacon was there in case he did not complete it.
Correct. It looks like that was number 30, Ryan Stetson, who got a hand on it. Turned it into a duck.
Yes, the ball was intended for number 7, Jake Strachan. Big-time third down here. Here goes the bunch formation. Nope, they just twins. South is by himself. Oh! Inside jailbreak screen to Isaiah Champagne, and he is getting loose with it. Let Bruce tell him about it. Again, it's those kind of plays. We don't have that third guy that can just jiggle and wiggle.
Correct. Isaiah Champagne has been the blessing for
and
Piper.
The curse.
And the curse.
The
curse for Alamo Heights. 100%.
Again, we get to see it here, Devil's Advocate. You got to identify that man on the play, third down, who they going to. He's the only guy who's been getting open and loose. Incomplete pass, broken up.
Like that was number 29, Max Bacon. Again, getting involved.
Definitely got his hands on that. Again, intended for Isaiah Champagne. So we got a second down situation, goal to go. 1 minute, 38 seconds remaining in the quarter. And up the middle, John Hamilton is in a familiar place, the end zone. So if you're Piper, do you go for 2 or do you kick the extra point? I'm going for 2. I know I sound like a hypocrite and a flip-flopper, but right now you're up 7. If you get it, guess what? You're up 9. If you miss it, you're up 7. Nothing lost. Extra point is up. Extra point is
good.
So it's an 8-point game. Now it goes back to the conversation earlier. If you're Alamo Heights, you go for 2 to kick the extra point.
If you're Alamo Heights, you go for 2.
Oh, you look like you just changed clothes, huh?
Well, because you
have to go for 2.
Man, because as of right now, we've shown an inability this half to stop them on defense. So the only way, so we're playing for the win, but through scoring keeps us in a tie. We're staring down overtime.
Yeah, man, we're getting closer to our numbers. We're at exactly 70 points total. I said about 80. There's still a whole 12 minutes to go. Who knows what that quarter brings? I'm hoping it's one of those quarters where we played our worst quarter, but we got that fourth and best quarter. The last and final quarter, it should be our quarter. This kickoff, we need some magic to happen. The question is, does Piper fill themselves and kick the onside kick? And we will be checking that out here shortly. At the end of the quarter, we have more for you as we send it down to Taj Young at the end of this quarter. He'll have a couple of interviews going on. He's been very busy tonight, working the crowd and getting the content and coverage that you request and need. Piper Warriors on the kickoff. Their fans are amped up. Kick is up. Kick is through. And he has a couple men to beat. If he can get him, we got him. If we get him, we got him. One block.
Special teams looking special.
Yes, sir. Just scored the touchdown, son.
Number 7.
Park Zunker.
Park Zunker with the touchdown. Wow. We've talked previous games about the need to win on all 3 phases. And Parks making an appearance when it mattered the most.
Yeah, I mean, we needed a special teams play, period. That's the momentum changer. They're going for 2, Brian. They listen to you.
What's the flag? What is the flag?
Do not call a timeout. Are they going to call unsportsmanlike?
12
Oh,
men.
12 men in the huddle. Now you got to kick it.
Yeah.
Illegal participation, 12 men in the huddle was a call. That pushes the ball back to the 7, 8-yard line. Now there's more confusion. Coach Rittimann has some questions. He doesn't get the answer he likes from the question, but he has proved his point. Brian Monet, I hope the genie in your bottle shows up right here because we're going for 2 from the 8-yard line. I don't know what play you call here.
I'm cool with the 2 if we were at our original spot. I am not cool with the 2.
This may help if we're not running it. So Colin Ernst in the backfield, split wide with Michael Terry, who's in motion.
We are
roll out to right, and nope, pass.
Caught.
He's in there for 2. Oh, is this a ball game or what? The Alamo Heights Mules have tied up the ball game. If you didn't take a acid today, you need one because I got heartburn. Just no headache.
Holy smokes, man. That is unbelievable, right?
0-0 ball game with 1:19 to go.
0-0, and you know what? It's looking like it's going to come down to whatever team flinches first. And I know I share in your sentiment and the sentiment of our viewers is that we hope that it's not the Mules, right? I'm hoping experience carries the day.
In a game like this, you don't want to see a loser.
Nah,
but somebody's got to go home and
look,
somebody's got to go on.
And I don't want it to be us.
No, I don't want it to be us. Like, we're enjoying this thing, right?
100%.
And now that we've got a debt and a score to settle with Liberty Hill before they run up to 6A.
100%.
We got. What'd you say 2 weeks ago? We got to stand on business.
And
I want that to be with Liberty Hill.
There it is. And it looks like the Mules have decided that they were going to stand on business with this last series.
All I needed them to do in the 4th quarter is handle that business offensively, defensively. But big ups to Park Zunker, turning the tide, and Michael Terry for sealing the comeback. Ball is kicked off, and again, it's a fair catch to the 25. 1 minute, 19 seconds. What we don't want to do is give up a touchdown or any kind of points. Intriguing. Don't get beat deep. Keep everything in front of you.
100%.
Henry Bruton's back deep. Find number 19.
Yeah, you got to spy on 19 all the time. We need to know where he's at.
He runs routes you really can't spy on, but you gotta make sure we know where he's at. And right now he's in the slot. Jake South is in the back looking to throw. And can we get a sack?
Got him.
We can. He gained a yard, so technically it's not a sack, but he was taken down. That was not what he wanted.
And again, that's number 30, Ryan Stetson. Way
to power up, Mighty Mouse. Second down and 9 to go with 58 seconds to go in the quarter. The crowd is trying to amp up the defense and have their back. Jake South is calling for the play call. We have Brady Hopper looks like to his left. Isaiah Champagne, as we locate, is in the slot. They hand it off. Oh!
Dang. Whoa, got him.
But he gained 4 yards, so it's 3rd and 5.
It's number 33, Cortland Hanna, who spun him around. That was a way to get an arm on him.
John Hamilton's in the backfield. Big 3rd down. Let's see if they run a play. It's 20 seconds left. Do they even have to run a play? It doesn't seem like they have to run a play. They do not have to run a play. The play clock and game clock are not on the same pace.
So they're going to take the field flip.
Yes, sir. And that puts the 3rd quarter of the books as it's 39-39. A dead heat tie. Didn't expect anything more. Didn't expect anything less. What I hope for and what's happening aren't on the same page, but we're going to Todd Young down the field to catch interviews.
Todd Young here down in the crowd with
Charlotte, Kate, Cecilia.
No, I'm going to start with Charlotte here. Charlotte, how are you enjoying the game so far?
I have. It's very fun. Lots of Mules spirit here.
And then Kate. I know Kate. Now, what was your favorite thing you've seen so far being at ALAMODOME?
Probably the football players.
Okay, and then now we have, sorry, can you say?
Cecilia.
That's Cecilia. Now tell me, what's your favorite concession stand snack?
I got a water, but anything, honestly. I love pretzels. The pretzels.
You like pretzels? Yeah. All right, that's pretzels. Now, I'm going to ask the same question for all 3 of y'all. Okay. Now tell me, what's your favorite Thanksgiving food?
Mac and cheese. Stuffing. Green beans.
Now mine is the rules. That can't be top. That can't be top. You like the rules? All right, cool. Now I'm here down in the crowd. I'm Todd Young. Send it back up to the booth. Thank you. Go Mules up.
We're back on the broadcast, and if you're paying attention to this game, whether it's listening to us and watching Valley Sports, do what you got to do. But A Sports Media, we're always here for you. Alamo Heights football playoffs on A Sports Media. Our coverage, your passion. Brian, what a 3rd quarter.
What a 3rd quarter indeed. We've had everything. Action, drama, heartache, a little bit of comedy, right? I mean, you might as well take what's going on in this game, put it in a major movie theater, and then run it a couple times a day, because this game has had everything you could have possibly wanted. One thing that I can tell you for sure, these young men are leaving it all on the field.
Yes, this time of year, that's all you've got, right? We have a few seniors. They have a lot of seniors. So this is a game, and you said it best. Whoever flinches first will not be going on to the next round. It is a stand-on-your-feet type 3rd down moment for the Mules defense. Jake South calls for the ball. He's going to fake the pitch, and he's going to run for 5 yards or more. He's getting upfield. He slides after picking up 10 yards.
And just like that, the QB out of Piper, Jake South, has quieted our Mules faithful.
Got to create a turnover for the Mules defense. Again, same play over again. Now they're setting up something, if you ask me. They've rolled him out twice to the left side with a fake inside pitch. We've got to be careful on what's coming up. They're setting us up for something. He's not a runner, so this is a setup.
No matter what, eyes need to be on Isaiah Champagne.
Exactly. Well, put eyes on number 8, but make him pay for the run.
Oh, 100%.
He's getting free. Official timeout. Somebody is down. Can't see what it is. If you're the Mules defense, you still have time to hold them. We can't trade touchdowns. That's my biggest fear, is trading touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
That was Max Bacon who was down. He's been all over the field tonight. He probably just needs a quick breather. I know he had a little shoulder injury coming in the game. He's been a trooper fighting through. He's holding his arm in a certain angle that makes it feel like it's his shoulder. But hopefully that young man is okay, because he is a straight dog on that defense.
Oh, 100%. Indeed. Definitely hoping that he's okay. Get you some water, young brother. You earned it.
Put some dirt on it. Let's get back on the back end. But we need the front end to show up big, whether it's 30 or Lauren Christensen or Cortland Hanna. We need action. Here we go, inside handoff. And again, they're eating us up for large gainers. We missed a tackle. John Hamilton is getting gargantuan amount of yards on that play. They found their lucky rabbit's foot, and it's not the pass. He's running hard, and he's getting up that field. Henry Bruton on the tackle for your Alamo Heights Mules defense. This is something we didn't expect to see, because we've been pretty good in the run game all year long.
Correct.
It's not too late to get a turnover. Jake South rolls to his right, looking to throw back passes. Out of bounds. I don't know what that play design was, but it didn't really come to fruition. We'll take it. Second down from the 19-yard line. Blake Killian on the defense of that pass. Piper running at a smooth pace, not too fast, not too slow, because every play they've had has been effective. You can do that when you get chunk yards. Man in motion. Hand off to John Hamilton. He strings out wide. Nobody in the corner, and he busts up for a good 8 yards. He's reckless. He just like throws his head in there.
Correct. And he's playing like a guy who don't want to go home.
You know,
want an extra week.
Definitely. Growing up, you see a lot of this in the back in the day kind of football, the 90s, the early 2000s, pulling tackles. Read your keys. If you see your tackle pull, somebody's got to go follow that man and get him. John Hamilton again gets up the field, and he will not be denied. He picks up another first down. I don't foresee Piper throwing the ball at all after this.
I mean, they don't need to, right? They've been getting such success by running the ball. This is an unusual thing to see.
Definitely.
From our defense.
We haven't seen an O-line go 4 quarters and play tough all 4 quarters. We've seen him start the game tough. We've never seen him finish tough. Here we go. Isaiah Champagne in the backfield. Misdirection, and there's the pass I didn't think we'd see. We saw it, pretty much a long handoff, because that's John Hamilton with his 4th touchdown of the night.
And really clinical of a drive, right?
Very tactician. It was surgical.
Oh, 100%. I mean, they knew exactly what they wanted to do, and for the most part, they did it.
That puts the Piper Warriors up 45-39, pending the extra point. Snaps up, kicks up, and good. It is 46. Piper, Alamo Heights 39. 9 minutes and 51 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter. It's up to the Mules to respond.
100%, man. And, I mean, at this point, we got 9 minutes, 51 seconds left in the game. We don't have much of a choice, right?
I wouldn't mind seeing overtime, right? If we had to, I wouldn't mind seeing. I like for the game.
Yeah.
But at this point, it's like, I'm not counting us out. I'm definitely not counting us out.
Not at all.
I just need to see some of the same kind of offensive flow. I feel like sometimes we are at a grinding pace to get a touchdown. Whereas they look very surgical and smooth, and it wasn't plastic surgery. It was like heart surgery. And I need to have that same kind of effect on them. And I would like to see if, we do score, do we onside kick, right? Like, do we shorten the field? Because if they keep driving the field,
at a certain
time's a factor.
Correct, 100%.
Here we go as Piper set to kick off. Piper's band is jumping. Here comes the kickoff. It's a pooch sky kick to the right. It is caught and returned up to the 36-yard line.
Yeah, 36, 37.
Great job by Joseph DePerier, having the confidence to catch the ball, 1, and 2, to have the wherewithal to push the ball forward. Mules are in the huddle, breaking the huddle, coming to the line of scrimmage, and we have a twin set at the bottom with Hurtado and Terry. This is a great opportunity to get Josh Hurtado the ball. They're pressing up on Michael Terry. DK Garza in the backfield. Colin Ernst calls for the ball, hands it to DK Garza, who gets out to the right, who busts up first tackle and picks up a first down and more. Great first carry on the drive.
I
like that. There's something on that side of the ball. I keep saying there's something on that side of the ball that is working for us.
Correct. But let me tell you about DK Garza, man. There's absolutely no quitting that young man. He runs with such power and authority.
Great balance. He doesn't let the first man bring him down.
Not at all.
Here we go. First down at the 43-yard line. Colin Ernst in the backfield. Hands it off to DK. DK strings out wide, and he escapes one tackle, busts through the first defender, picks up 2 yards. It'll be second down and 8.
Looks like that was a tackle by number 3, Chris Vivens from Piper, and that was dangerous, man. That was almost horse collar. He had his hands up there kind of high.
Unique formation here. We have, looks like a screen pass that's to Michael Terry, and picks up yards. Look, I like all that. That's cute, but that's not.
Yeah, I mean,
look, playmakers need to make plays in space. That's the boundary side.
But the hurdle, though.
But I don't need my man hurt. This ain't track music.
I agree.
I need him to get loose with it.
That's for the fans.
Look, we're not playing for the fans. We're playing for the scoreboard, right?
Hey, I hear you.
We need 7. We don't need highlights.
Holy smokes.
It's like when you watch ESPN, when you see a bunch of highlights of one team, you already know what team lost because they showing the losing highlights, and they show it at the end. The other team won by 30. So here we go. It is third down and 4 for the Mules. Ball handed off to Michael Terry, who busts up and gains. I can't tell what the spot's going to be.
Like, it's going to be
one official's short, and the other official's on the spot and is marked short. It's fourth down, and that's a unique spot.
Wow, that is a terrible spot.
Very terrible spot. You got to go for it if you're the Mules.
I mean, you have no choice.
That was a unique spot compared to how they've been spotting all day. So here we go. Colin Ernst in the backfield with Michael Terry, pistol formation. It's either going to be a keeper or handoff to Terry. And he's denied. Turnover on downs. Our O-line did not come today with the hard hats. I can tell you that because we didn't get any push. The entire Piper defense was in the backfield.
Man. So with 7 minutes and 16 seconds left in the game.
The season is hanging in the balance.
There it is.
The season is hanging in the balance. This drive is crucial on defense.
100%. You got to have a stop here. If you do not get a stop here,
can't go down by 14.
Yeah,
that's a hard ask. When you just couldn't get the first down, couldn't get a yard. We're gonna ask to come back from 14. Got to get a stop. Jake South gets the ball, pitches. They bottle it up, and that's a loss, depending on where they spot it. It's a loss of 2 yards. It'll be second down and 12. Stopped by Joseph DePerier. Here we go. Isaiah Champagne in motion. Jake South looking for his guy. Ball's thrown. Ball is caught for a touchdown. Kiss the baby.
Well, oh man. And that's Champagne. Isaiah Champagne. Who, for all intents and purposes, did what he needed to do and got the touchdown. So that's 6.
Wide open.
Wide open. Looks like
I'm going to say wide open. I mean, top the ball ran. Extra point is up and good. That extends the Piper lead 53 to 39. The Mules have 6 minutes and 40 seconds hanging on a prayer. Let's see if it can be answered in this drive. The new kids on the block are, they got another one, a hit.
Hey, man, they going on tour.
Which is funny, right? Because I've been talking about, they've only scored 30 points here, 30 points there. They've got 53 points tonight, and we're at an all-time low of 39 points. Last time we had 39 points, I believe, was like in the third quarter of last week's game. So, again, our Mules have to mount up. We have to make a play. You got to still believe, and we've got to make them pay. Whether it be on the special teams or something. Coach Ron Rittimann's clapping them up, encouraging them on this return. Crowd's going crazy in the dome right now, trying to uplift the spirits of the team. Piper's celebrating because they've got a lead. They can taste victory. The Alamo Heights fans are trying to rev up for one more rally. No one wants to go home, especially in this fashion.
100%. And I mean, there's still a chance.
There's always a chance.
There's still a chance, but I mean, the formula is there. We've done it all year long, right? We've seen game in and game out. The Alamo Heights get that one cut to the house, score quick, but it'd be one of those things where, do you trust the defense to take the field again, or do you need an onside kick?
Or you definitely got an onside kick. Regardless of defense, you got an onside kick to shorten the field. But at the end of the day, we just need to open up our Ferrari. We cannot play these run-safe plays that are predictable because you can't get your best player in a traffic jam. He either has to go down the field one-on-one coverage, you got to hit him, or Colin Ernst has to get smart, get outside, and get upfield. DK Garza's doing it on the right side of the field, the weak side. We just got to play to our strength and take advantage. Hopefully right here, if they kick the ball off, we can get another score. We're having a different conversation. If they play it safe and kick it and squib it, which is what I expected. A sky kick, let it go out of bounds. We'll take the ball at the 30. Sometimes I wonder why they even throw a flag. It's clear as day. Save yourself the pick up there, buddy. Why would you? I would just kick the ball out of bounds every time, right? It's only going to 30. They need that's the one penalty I wish we would change in sports. If you kick it out of bounds, it should be a penalty. If you fair catch it, it's at the 25. It should be at the 40.
Hey, I hear you,
or the 45. Like, it'll make people think twice. Here we go. It's that drive to stay alive. Colin Ernst in the backfield, hands it off, keeps it up the middle, gets pummeled after a 3-yard gain. That's been the story, Brian. It looks like we're about to do what we normally do, and then nope, Piper's there to shut it down.
Chris Vivens for the Piper Warriors there with the stop.
I wonder if he's related to Michael Bivens from New Edition. Every little step I take. He's right there.
Yeah, he's right there.
He's right there.
He will be there, and he has been.
Every little move I make. Let's go. Colin Ernst in the gun. Calling for the ball. DK to his right. Receives the ball. Keeps it again. Gets up and is tackled after a 2-yard gain. I don't know if Colin Ernst is hurt, but he looks a little slower than normal. Like he's not, or is it the Pipers that fast and their closing speed is great. That's the one thing I feared for this game is their backers are not slow people.
Nah, they're not.
They get to the football. And it's easy to do that when you know who's going to get the ball.
Correct. And he's taking some real hard hits this game, so I'm sure he's a little dinged up. 3rd down and 3 with 5 minutes and 28 seconds to go in the fourth quarter.
Ball is given to DK, kept by Colin Ernst, and he gets the first down. That's the hardest earned first down I've seen all year for the Mules.
Correct.
Actually, it's been a theme of the second half. We've been barely getting the first down. We've got to go in jet mode right here. We got to pick up the pace and tempo. We got to take a strike. I would love to see a flea flicker here. It's definitely going to be a pass nonetheless. Ball's thrown. Wide open to Hurtado. Caught. Let's go. Nice pass and catch. First down for the Mules. That's a nice seam pass. Got to definitely get the ball rolling here to have a chance. Colin Ernst in the gun. DK to his right. On the run. Looking, rolling out.
Oh!
Big hit.
Number
Once
25,
again.
Caden Glass.
Caden Glass.
And it's looking like Colin is slow to get up again. He's on his feet. He's battling. He is battling, but he has taken some nasty hits this game.
Vipers land the wood. Second down and 11. That was a loss of a yard. Colin Ernst looking to pass. Double clutches. Runs around. And he is sacked. He is sacked at the 40-yard line. That's a loss.
Are they going to say he got it off in time?
No, he was sacked.
Oh, man.
His knee hit the ground, then he released it. But I could be wrong. I am human. That would be intentional grounding, I think. Are they going to call that they're talking about? Knee down. Nope, he's down and throws. So it can't be intentional grounding if he's down.
Holding.
Oh. Holding on Piper, number 28, Landon Asfaw.
That's something I didn't expect.
Landon Ashpaw with the hold. Maybe that's why he double clutched when he pulled down. Hey, however you can get it, you got to take it.
Yeah,
There's only 4
4
minutes of counting. What I didn't understand is why the clock was running while we were getting that. We marked it ready for play, and the clock was still running. Ball handed off to DK, kept by Colin Ernst, gets upfield, gets outside, takes another hit. Got to get up and got to keep it moving. Piper's defense is here to play.
I'll say one thing, the crowd atmosphere has not changed.
Number 13 on the tackle, Jackson Hopper. That's Brady Hopper's brother, the junior. Taking way too much time to get this play called off. We got to speed it up. Colin Ernst throws the ball. Touchdown, Park Zunker, or not.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Park
Touchdown,
Zunker.
Park Zunker.
Definitely needed that. We needed it a lot faster.
Bad. We needed it real bad.
Yep. Foot is in. Ball is caught. Touchdown. Nice throw by Colin Ernst. Nice catch by Park Zunker. That ball's caught on number 15 of Piper, Raja Lopez.
I have a question I want to throw out to the table right now. Do y'all think the Mules could be able to come back?
They're doing it right now.
Hey.
We have an onside kick opportunity. Extra point is good. It is 46 to 53. Down by 7. Taj, if there's anything I learned in life, until the clock says 0, it ain't over.
Yep.
If we could get it to overtime, you still got hope. The biggest question is, what you're probably asking is, can the defense rise up for one stop?
I mean, they started the game, right? And again, this is kudos to their to Piper's offensive coordinator, Arriaga, I believe. Artiaga, making adjustments because we started the game. Our defense was living in the backfield, right? They found a way to add additional protection by rolling the quarterback out the pocket, doing some quick slants, getting the ball out of his hand quick. And, so far it seems like our defense hasn't been able to adjust to the new reality. So let's hope that with 3 minutes and 19 seconds left, some adjustments can be made.
Well, the whole thing is, right, if you got to hit the quarterback. Our quarterback, Colin Ernst, has been hit all game.
Yep.
Even when he was getting sacked, he wasn't getting hit. And like you said, to the credit of Piper, They understood, oh, we got to open this thing up to take the pressure away. You don't win a game only one way. You got to win in multiple facets. They found their stick and their niche, and it was spread us wide, run the ball, throw the ball to the backs, get chunk yards. And then when you wanted a little peaches and champagne, you hit the champagne button.
All right, time for special teams to be special.
Ball's down at the crowd getting excited. They wanted a penalty on the. I don't like the way that official just grabbed my man like that. You could have talked without touching him, line judge. What's your name?
Right now, LaRhon.
Tim Yarbrough. You ain't got to grab a man like that.
That was a
If
card.
somebody touch you like that, you'd be throwing a flag.
Well, time for
a turnover. That's what it's time for.
That's definitely time.
Rally caps on. If you're at home, sit in your favorite seat. Rub your lucky rabbit.
Yep.
Mules up time. Stand up and get ready to stop the Piper Warriors.
Gee, I might stand up soon. This is definitely what we need. Is
Jake South
optimism.
hands it off in a gut-busting run. That clock is turning.
Looked like he was trying to hug him while he was pulling him down.
All right, that's number 21.
If you're
Patrick
if your
Arriaga
defensive
with the
coordinator, Jordan Rucker, like run fits and pass fits. Like I'm not a defensive coordinator, don't have the mindset of it. I just know that they're going to try to kill the clock. So what's your strategy for that? It's now 2nd and 5. You got to create a turnover. Are we trying to strip the ball? Are we trying to create turnovers? What does our training say at this point? Activate it now.
Hey, man, chaos, chaos, chaos. Chaos in the passing lane. Chaos in the quarterback's face. Hands up. Jam him on the line.
Another handoff up the gut. First down run.
First down. And got the first down. Is what it
Tough
looks
run
like.
by John Hamilton.
Like it's nope, they're not giving it to him. It's 3rd and they are giving it to him.
Yeah, that was the first down. Even Stevie Wonder saw that one, and he don't want it. 2 minutes and 24 seconds. Clock is ticking. This will go under 2 minutes at the rate the Piper's going, which that's what you do. If you have the ball and you have the lead, you are the king.
Yeah. I mean, even with their defense playing as good as they have.
I see the defense telling everybody go for strips. You got to do something. You got to create a turnover, whether it's a pass or a run. Ball is snapped with 2 seconds remaining on the play clock, and he's busting through. Ryan Stetson on the tackle. That was a gain of 7 yards. At what point do you start calling timeouts? Well, here's the first one. Got to get a stop right here, or this game is over.
Yeah, we can't afford any more first downs. Any more first downs, then they can just kneel it out.
Well, we still have 2 timeouts, but I'm just saying it's counterproductive if you call a timeout and they get a first down right here. Then it's like you call a timeout, it's first down and 10. They can kneel and load up the bus.
I'll tell you, I've been having fun. I don't know. This has definitely been a game where we saw different emotions coming from the crowd and coming from us as well. Definitely coming from me. And honestly, I'm just going to throw it out one time. So coming from when you use these final timeouts, are you trying to change out the plan to create something that will make a difference to the game, or are you trying to just keep your guys motivated?
No, you're just trying to stop the clock, because that's right now, like I was saying, Piper has control of the clock. They're ahead of the sticks, and they can run out the clock. So you need to stop the clock and then regroup, yes, but it's all about trying to create a turnover. So right now it's 3rd down. It's a loss of 2, so it'll be 3rd down and 5. If you get another stop, you're calling timeout right here. If you get another stop, it's 4th down. You hope you can make them kick a field goal or go for it. If you stop them, you get the ball back, and then you got to jet down and go score. So right now we have to they've been gashing up the gut, right? I don't expect anything different on this next play, because they don't, again, it's not like Piper has to score, Taj, to answer your question. All they have to do, they're playing kill the clock. They're not trying to score. They're just trying to make us use our timeouts. Have you ever played I know Brian can relate to this. There's a game called Spades. And sometimes you get a handful of spades, and you try to draw people's spades out by throwing off cards and make them cut. So when you got your cards, you can slice them up with your cards. It's a game called Spades.
I'm sorry, I played spades before.
Hey,
I played spades. You trying to exclude me from the game?
Sometimes people don't know what I'm talking about. So I didn't want to assume. The Taj.
Yes, sir.
Fake pass, quarterback on the run. He outshook Duperior. First down. First down for the Piper Warriors, and that there with 1:37 will move the chains for a Piper Warriors first down, although Jake Sal looked like he was the wrong end of that tackle.
And we're hearing response from the crowd.
Well, the thing is, Taj, he was sliding, so they feel like it was a hit on a quarterback, but it was almost simultaneous. He'd already committed to the hit. It wasn't like it was after he slid. So right now we got to make some choices. If we don't call a timeout, this play will get snapped with at least about 1 minute and 13 seconds left. You might want to just keep the timeout and go that route and hope if it's a backup quarterback in, you know it's going to be a run. You got to have a roll call to the football and a strip party of the football, that is. They may go Wild Warrior and just put John Hamilton back there.
Honestly, they could. I mean, at this point, they have the ability to be very creative.
And by the way, it seems that he walked up, and he seems he's walking off, and looks to be okay.
They got Jake Strachan.
Yeah, he's the backup quarterback. He had to play some last year because South got injured. So here we go. Strachan's also a receiver, so he can run it himself. John Hamilton with the carry. John Hamilton with the pickup of 4 yards. Alamo Heights Mules called their final timeout. We'll put the clock at 1 minute 8 seconds. Second down and 6. So if they don't get a turnover here, the game is officially pretty much over because that's our last time out. There's 1 minute 8 seconds left, and there's 3 down. I mean, definitely 3 down. Second, third, and fourth. So we can't stop the clock again after this.
Nah, man, it's looking
bleak.
Increasingly bleak. Yep.
It's been a season. I don't want to throw dirt on the casket yet, but it's been a season. It's been a season for the Mules. This is the round that normally trips up the Mules. It's round 3.
Our Achilles heel, man.
Man, Oedipus Rex, if there was a thing, if there was a Greek synonym for round 3, this would be it for the Mules.
And I didn't want to mention it before the broadcast started or before the game started that I don't think we've made it past round 3 since
2006?
Probably, 2006. This is definitely
the one state.
Yep, the one that they said when I was 1. The year.
Before we conclude this broadcast, we definitely want to thank our subscribers, all those that followed all year long, the home games, the away games, keeping up with all the content and coverage. We thank you for being a subscriber and a loyal watcher and viewer of this programming. Yeah. Alamo Heights football means the world to our community. Thank you for subscribing.
I want to say thank you to LARHON for being here this entire season. This is your second season on the broadcast?
This is my second season on
the
broadcast.
You took over as play-by-play. You're doing a great job. I was just tell you that.
Thank you, Taj. I appreciate it. We want to thank you, Taj, for being that senior student athlete on the broadcast who had multiple job titles. You weren't just on the broadcast. You were on the field. You were behind the scenes, on the camera. You were hooking up the mic so we could sound as velvety as we do. So thank you. We also want to give a big shout out to John Munoz, the director of this mothership, the guy who knows all things technical that I couldn't understand even he wrote it in English, but we appreciate him and all that he does, the late nights, the early mornings, setting up the equipment. We want to thank the football coaches for allowing us to interview them from week to week, time to time, and the players that were on the broadcast. And definitely to our seniors, who this is their final football game as the Alamo Heights Mule. We wish them all the best as they move forward on in life, as they venture off to their next stage of life. To the parents of those seniors and all football players, thank you for your dedication and hard work. To our admin staff, thank you for showing up and encouraging our football players to be their best. We are going to a commercial break, and we'll see you on the other side.
Get ready to experience the thrill of ALAMO sports like you've never seen it before.
AH Sports Media is your ticket to the heart-pounding action.
Catch all the live coverage of Alamo Heights sports events.
And exclusive insights from dedicated athletes and coaches.
Don't miss out. Tune to AH Sports Media and be part of the excitement.
Alamo Heights Sports brought to you by AH Sports Media.
Your passion, our coverage.
I think your mic is still good there.
Welcome back from the commercial break. As you see our Mules congratulating the Piper Warriors as they advance on to face the Liberty Hill squad in the 4th round, which will be the regional final game, round 4. Both teams have had a little history this year. They actually had to play each other for the district championship, so that's going to be a rematch within the season. Keep an eye on that ball game to see who moves on to round 5, the state semifinal game, and eventually to see who wins or plays the Division II 5A state championship in Jerry's World, December the 16th. Guys, it's been a season. What are your final thoughts?
Well, we knew, man, this was going to be a challenge, right? You know, stylistic nightmare for our Mules. But at the end of the day, man, they left it all on the field. Those guys, they went out there and they fought hard. They fought season long. They faced a little bit of adversity, and, you know, it's a relatively young team, so we have a lot of guys coming back, and no doubt in my mind we'll see this team again next year.
I can't say that. I mean, I'm hoping we see them in a district setting.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I mean, they're not going away anytime soon. Taj, what are your final thoughts as a senior? It's your last broadcast. I got tissue over here if you need it. We got a shoulder to lean on if you need it.
Yeah, it's bittersweet, especially coming from an athlete. This is your final game. You don't know if you're going to continue playing it when you're going to college, and especially for someone like who's been playing it since they were younger. Well, actually, I'm not talking about for me. I'm talking about when someone's playing when they're younger. This is definitely a moment you might see it be the final time. And they'll see each other in spring football when they'll go practice. They'll see each other. It's not the end of the school year, but it's probably maybe for some of them might be the last time they ever touch the turf again. And for final broadcasts, man, it's definitely something different, man. Coming in, I didn't even know I was going to be behind the mic. I didn't realize y'all were going to let me. Munoz is the one who got me behind here. I learned from you, LARHON. You're the one who taught me all the things I know, pretty much. And I want to apologize to the people who watched the second half that it was me behind the scoreboard. And I'll say I think I'm better doing other jobs besides doing the scoreboard. Now, so yeah, I'm very excited, and I'm hoping to continue doing this, and maybe it'll be a couple years before I'll be behind another microphone, but it's definitely been a ride. It's definitely been really fun. And also, I want to do another shout-out to Casey Vieta from Ken's 5. He came up he was here for, if you guys watched the first couple games of the season, he definitely came out and helped us, especially helped us behind the scenes with the beforehand. And also, I want to give one more shout-out to Brian Monette.
Hey, appreciate it.
My old government teacher before I swapped. And it's definitely, he came in from one text message to come into the game. He's like, yeah. And he came and he helped commentate it, and he's been really fun to hang out with.
Hey, appreciate it,
And we'll throw it back to LARHON.
Taj, it's been a pleasure, man. And we hope that your future is bright and that this is something that you do, that you take with you to wherever you go, wherever the next destination has for you. Cherish these moments. This is the beginning of something that could be a bright future for you. To our broadcasters, this is AH Sports Media signing off. Until next season, we will see you then.
Peace out, y'all.